the combat system? At first I was like,
And
oh,
we
3.
are live.
Oh,
On the correct screen this time too.
Yay!
No,
I'm glad you
about
didn't
that.
do it
It's
like
been
a
a
minute
while.
ago.
Okay, no, that's okay. I started up my stream yesterday and forgot to change the profile on OBS and started it up on
I saw that. It made me laugh.
started it up on this channel again.
I saw that. Went, oh.
Look,
Yeah, that
YouTube
happens.
will never know because I get like the first 10 seconds before we go live, so no one will ever know.
Perfect. Except that we're
I'm
talking
eating
about it right
lunch,
now.
so that's why my camera's not up right now. So
That's
as soon as
fine.
I'm done with my lunch.
That's fine. I've got my door open, but that will probably change. So
Till Kit Kat.
yeah, that's why I'm keeping it open, because if not, because Cass and I are the only ones at home right now. So if I shut the door and Cass's door is shut, then she's going to get lonely and start yelling down the hallway and throwing herself into the door until somebody opens it. So
Oh goodness.
Yesterday I wasn't feeling well and I was in bed and I had my door shut and I didn't realize Corey also had his door shut, and when I opened my door to like go to the bathroom, she stomps down the hall, stares at me in my eyes, meow meow, meow meow, meow meow meow, like just yelling at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry. And then she ran to Corey's room and he opened his door.
That sounds
He
like
was
Obi. Obi does this thing where after he's done eating or after he's done pooping, he'll be like, meow wow, meow meow. We're like, dude,
So
shut
entitled.
up. I'm like, no. And I'm like,
We're
shut
announced it
up.
to the world.
Exactly. He's so excited. I pooped. And I'm like, who cares?
Cats actually experience this thing called poop euphoria.
Oh, gross. This is why I have dogs. This is why I have dogs.
Where
Are you serious?
That's
apparently
the only
it, like,
reason you have
it,
dogs?
like after like pooping stimulates a nerve.
Ew.
Welcome to Withered Wastes, where we talk about feline poop euphoria.
You're lying. I'm looking it up. Cat poop
Look, Euphoria doesn't come into play until tonight.
Oh my god, it's real.
No. Are we gonna do it anyway? Yeah.
Oh my god, it's fucking real.
Causes a drop in heart rate and blood pressure.
Anyway.
So that's probably why he's meowing like a lot.
I have to call Dan. I'll be right back. 1 second.
Anyway, before
He's
we
at a funeral right now.
It last night.
He's at a funeral right now, and I just text him like, Google cat poop euphoria. Okay, sorry, let's go.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, that's a way to start off D&D is, talk about cat poop euphoria.
I'm eating lunch.
Welcome to the stream.
I mean, I ate McDonald's, but I don't know if you could call it lunch because it was just horrible.
I didn't even eat much of it. It was, I told you, everything tasted off.
Yours tasted fine.
It didn't.
The
If
thing
you guys
that
start getting sick in the middle of the show.
Yeah, I hope not.
don't put that out. Don't put that,
Don't
dark
do
magic
that!
on me, Ricky Bobby. I don't need
We
that.
have another show tonight. Don't you dare. I've been looking
I'm
forward
not
to it
that
happen.
If you eat it, like if you eat in the morning, it usually will not kick in until later at night. So possibly the next show might be.
It can kick in after 2 hours. It can.
Do you know how often
Depends
I
how
look
bad
forward
it
to
is.
frickin' V6? Don't you dare.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. I'll be running V6 even if I'm sick. So don't worry.
Yeah, I have
happy
to
and
tell
sad.
him to like take time to himself off work. So something like this, he absolutely will continue to go.
So, I guess start things off with a little bit of a sad note. Today is Gilly's last day on this game.
Yeah. You'll be missed, sweetie.
Real life,
I know.
being the pain in the ass that it is. But Gilly's not going anywhere for Destiny Forge or for V6. It's only this game, which I completely get because it's a Saturday afternoon game.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have 2 kids.
Yeah, when you have kids or anything like that, it's like stressful, I guess.
That's why I do this when I don't have my daughter. Otherwise, there's no way I'd be able to do it.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
I don't know. I
Earl
don't
has
know.
been here and witnessed the chaos I go through every one we have with these streams. It's
I have a cat. That's all I have. So I you know, I don't know what the chaos is with that, because I could just pick that one up and throw her out of my room.
Yeah,
You can't do that with a kid. I mean, you can do that with a kid, but then you know,
I just wouldn't recommend it.
then you get a visit from CPS. So that's probably not the best thing.
Well, we miss you already.
I know, I'm sad. I didn't want to.
But
You guys are, I've been putting it off for months now. I'm like, I don't wanna.
Yeah. It's like, you gotta find out. You gotta make sure. Yeah. At least until they're a little bit older, at least the younger one. If he gets like, you know, give it 2 years, see what happens, see if you can do your midday ones again. But yeah, at this age right now, it's hard.
It doesn't work.
It's really hard. Evening games are easier because at least sleep.
Yeah, they're asleep, they're passed out, I'm good to go.
Yeah. Yep.
Speaking of which, I'm looking forward to the drama that's going to be V6 tonight.
There's gonna be a lot of drama after what happened last session.
We got our asses kicked, gang.
Yeah.
We have our feelings hurt.
Yeah, more than our feelings hurt.
1d6.
But for this game, things took kind of a twist last time we were all together. It started off meeting a couple individuals by the city fountain in Tregarin, individuals that were looking for guards and escorts for a circus that was traveling the roads from Tregarin and was going to be making its way towards Windermere. The individuals that you met at the city seemed to be well enough, basic circus performers and the like. And it wasn't until you made camp for the night with the circus that you had met the owner of the circus, which I am trying, Madame Zoss. A rather strange individual when you first met her, coming out in a low robe around her shoulders, covered with a belted like skirt or a skirt made of belts. There was just a lot of belts, and a weird animalistic skull mask with a pair of these bright blue horns that sort of or antlers that sort of came up from her forehead. You didn't put too much worry into that. You were assigned guard duty for the night, and a couple of you did end up catching a would-be thief in the act. Would-be is kind to say, as this individual, Jimmy, looks as if like he was on his first thieving run ever, and unfortunately did a horrible job trying to pick a lock of one of the trailers. Taking him to Madame Voss, a different being sort of stepped out of her carriage this time. Much taller, limbs much longer, almost long claw-like fingers. She started interrogating Jimmy, but Jimmy wouldn't give up any information. So in a quick movement, she grabbed one of the like large hairpins that she had in the back of her hair and jammed it into Jimmy's neck, killing him. And as you visibly saw Jimmy's soul starting to leave his body, she sort of snatched it out of the air and formed it into a little, almost pearl, almost identical to the little treasures that she had around her wrist. But this treasure wasn't long for this world, as she instantly shattered it, destroying Jimmy's soul, but gaining information as to where the rest of these bandits are located. She then looked over to Brax, the dragonborn animal tamer, telling him she knows where they're located and to get a team together. And afterwards, she slipped back into the trailer. And with the door shutting and the soulless body of Jimmy now lying at your feet, this is where we are going to pick up today. So our 3 would-be guards. Brax is sort of standing there just eyeing each of you, trying to gauge what your reaction is going to be to what you just saw.
I think Zen's in shock, so she probably doesn't say anything quite yet.
How close to us is he?
You were right behind him, because you were pretty much standing behind him, blocking like his only means of an escape route.
And is sorry, what was his name? Brax was it his name?
Yeah,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is he like turned to face us at the moment? Like his whole body turned to look at us?
Yeah.
So Chloe just stares daggers at him for a moment. And then she spits at his feet and leaves.
Danielle's still holding Jimmy by the shoulder.
So he kind of just nods, almost in expectance of that's what Chloe's reaction was going to be.
Is he gonna walk away, or
Is he's standing there watching like the two of you, just trying to get a gauge of what's going to happen. It's always rough the first time. Though this is only something reserved for thieves and those who would try to cause us harm. Boss lady runs a tight ship. There is a lot of valuable and dangerous equipment that we have here that can, if falling into the wrong hands, could be a bit catastrophic for the surrounding cities. We only do this to make sure that catastrophe doesn't strike. And bandits like him, dime a dozen roadmen who will happily steal and murder anybody they come across. It's a fate they have coming to them.
can I like glean some insight into what Danielle is thinking? Because I don't want to upset the operation.
Danielle hasn't turned around. She's still holding the body by the shoulder.
And Brax sort of just goes, and that large scorpion sort of just like begins to like walk out from the shadows, and it reaches over and it grabs Jimmy by the leg and begins to pull him.
There is resistance.
I'm gonna reach.
You call
and
it resistance, but there's like,
Yeah,
you're holding onto Jimmy's shoulder, and this large scorpion is just pulling, and like Danny's sort of like stumble stepping, holding onto Jimmy's shoulder.
I'm gonna like reach out and just kind of gently take your hand off Jimmy and just maybe guide you. I'm like, I think it's probably well past the end of our guard shift, so we might just switch out if that's all right with you.
Unless you're
With our-
volunteering for the strike team.
For the what?
The strike team. We're going to
No.
be heading out to take out the rest of these bandits that are camped nearby.
No, thank you.
Suit yourself.
Does that mean the other 3 in our party, they're gonna have to go with you, or can they stay here?
You aren't employed as anything other than caravan guards. If you were to join us on the strike team, well, there'd be a little extra pay in it for you, but it's not required. And as the scorpion's dragging Jimmy's body off, he turns back and he looks at it. Want you to share with the rest this time. None of this hogging the majority of the body for yourself and giving everyone else scraps.
Does the scorpion give him sass?
You kind of see the scorpion slouch a little bit when he says that.
Sorry. I guess it's better than just dropping her off in the woods somewhere.
I think it would be best if, personally speaking, I think it'd be best if you went after your friend. She's a bit hot behind the ears at the moment. Understandably so. Boss ladies' tactics can be a bit shocking at first.
Well, that's not a bad idea. We might just go do that, right, Danielle?
Yeah, let's head back.
Okay.
And thank you, Brax.
Hey, I was new here once myself. Took me about a couple months to get used to it, but after I started seeing things the way the boss lady sees it, makes it easier.
Right. Okay. Kind of looks at her other hand where she's holding the tools. It's and just walks off.
And it's at this time when you look down at the tools, you notice that these tools are not in a good condition. The pry bar itself is rusted in numerous spaces. There are stress fractures all over it. It's almost as if this group of thieves set Jimmy up to fail.
She'll stop for a moment and look back at Brax. That invitation for the strike team.
Yeah.
Keep it open. And she continues walking.
Open invitation.
I'm not going to walk away quite yet. I'm gonna let Danny go on ahead. Can I glean anything from the place that Jimmy was trying to break into? Just giving it a once over or anything?
Yeah, if you want to go back to the wagon that he was trying to break into, you can definitely give it a once over.
Okay, I think I might do that.
Okay.
1 second. I'm gonna sit on the front step and pull my boot off and pretend my plantar fasciitis is acting up. Ugh, I am not used to standing this long. Oh my! Just in case anybody's what's she doing there? So I'm just massaging my foot, but I'm gonna give the thing a once over. I'm really curious what's in there.
Go ahead and give me a investigation roll.
This is a great reminder, folks. Have your dice out. I'm sorry.
Hey, at least the dice were on your desk.
Yeah, I got them in a cute little purse.
Now,
And
quick,
a
watch all the
straight-
cameras to find out who's picking up their dice right now.
I did it earlier. This time.
I did it while we were talking about other
Kind of
things.
naughty. I'll give you a chance. You said straight in investigation.
Investigation, yes.
Okay, I got a +4. Hey, that's a 1. I'm gonna do a luck roll.
Okay.
Get him out now. Okay, that is a 15.
15. So
Should make a note I use
taking
that.
off your boot and rubbing your feet, you begin to look around the cart, and you can see that above the door frame, you see a sign that says warning, high explosives. Getting a little curious, you sort of peer into the little makeshift I guess you would call it a window without the glass in the door, just like the little like porthole. And you look inside, and there are various cannons stationed in there, along with a couple barrels of what you assume to be gunpowder. But these cannons are a bit too large to be something used as a weapon. This seems to be more of like an
Shooting someone out of a...
It's an acrobat's cannon.
Okay. I'm sure Zen would know that, even though she's never been to a circus before. Are there any other, like, caravans around that seem, like, sus?
Not necessarily sus. Like, looking through the rest of the wagons and everything, it seems to be housing for the staff and just a bunch of cargo wagons pulling all the things that they need for the circus itself. You don't necessarily see anything for like sacrificial idols or anything of the sort.
So he died for a cannon that someone would get shot out of?
It's more than likely he died for the gunpowder.
Okay. And then, gosh, I'm sorry. Zaz? Lady Zaz or Madame Zaz?
Madame Zaz.
Is her little hut in this area, or her little...
her hut's a little bit of a... Her wagon is a little bit of a walk, probably about a good like 1 or 2 minutes from where you're at. She's sort of stationed near like the frontish part of the caravan. A little bit separated from the rest from everyone else.
Okay. I think Zenith might chicken out and not want to investigate anymore and start heading back to where the gang is.
Okay.
After I pull my shoe on. I'm not walking around barefoot. That's gross.
Okay.
You do the heel walk where you're like...
But actually, her plantar fasciitis has been acting up, so please be mindful, guys.
I have a potion for that.
I'm not trusting your fucking potions.
What about a salve?
Salve, maybe.
Only if one of you volunteer to rub it on yourself. I'm not doing that.
So what I'm hearing is she demands foot rubs?
Not from strangers.
Never strangers.
We'll get the scorpion do it for you.
Ew.
It's like,
Okay, so I meet up with the... I guess I probably...
Yeah, you start to head back as Danny, you sort of catch up to Chloe.
She's just kind of holding the tools in her hand, kind of giving them a once over. Notices Chloe's like, "You're obviously upset."
Yeah.
Care to help me out with something?
With what, Danny?
Take a look at these.
Look like old, worn-out tools.
Given to a amateur thief.
Given to a kid.
Right. Kind of odd, right?
Not necessarily. You work with what you've got.
Surely that bandit camp has better. If they're that notorious.
Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Maybe they're stretched thin. They're desperate. They're alone.
They sent a rookie by themselves.
And you work with what you've got.
No backup. No help. No escape plan.
Yeah. I was in his shoes once before as well. At that age, younger even. With worse tools.
So you didn't have backup either?
No. Never.
Hmm. This gang that they're talking about, that Jimmy was part of, that's ruthless even for them.
I don't think it is. I think, Danny, you and I come from very different backgrounds. And we see what just occurred through very different eyes.
Fair. Go on.
This place, these people,
Hmm.
they may claim they're doing this to protect their own, to safeguard whatever it is that they have here. But that kid did nothing wrong. Yeah, maybe he was trespassing, but he didn't break into any of these places. He didn't steal anything. Maybe it was his intention to, but he didn't. And they murdered him anyway. This place murders people that are just trying to survive.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to survive, Danny.
Well, it's not a permanent station, obviously. We're free to go as soon as we get the contract done, if we want to
I'm
continue doing
going
so.
now. I'm not
You're-
staying here. I'm going back to our camp and collecting my things. And I suggest all of you come with me to Windermere. But if you choose not to, I'm not going to stop you.
We leave. They lose 6 capable people. They still have 50 more in the camp. Brax is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about us.
Right. Hmm.
I don't care how much they're paying. It's not enough.
I'm not here to change your mind, Chloe.
I hope you come with me, Danny.
I might not be able to.
I'm sorry.
Would I have caught up by this time? Do you
Yeah,
think?
but by the time like this portion of the conversation finishes, you probably like are walking up on them.
Are you okay? You... No? Well,
It's not okay tonight.
no, I know. That
For
was a dumb
various
question.
reasons.
I know, Danny, I'm dumb. I never know what to say. I'm sorry. It's just...
No, you're not dumb.
I...
Thank you for asking.
No, it was stupid to ask. Chloe, I'm really sorry. And Danny, I'm really sorry. This feels like a mistake.
It very well could be.
I also might have had a little peek at where he was breaking into, and pardon me, but I haven't ever been to the circus, but do they normally carry that much firepower in terms of gunpowder? Is that normal?
If it's stock for the rest of the trip per event, they have to do multiple sessions in a week.
But
if
what do they
stay
do
long.
with it? What do they do with it?
The performances.
I mean, I don't know. It just feels like there's something fishy here. And obviously she's not, like... She's a hag. Clearly, we know that. Why are we always having run-ins with hags? Not that there's anything wrong with Sophie, but I mean...
Starting to become a pattern.
I mean,
we got
Starting.
lucky with Sophie that she turned out to
to
be
be
relatively normal.
fair, I'm from the Feywild. We don't exactly claim them.
Regardless, I don't know if this was really a good idea.
Not for the light of heart, that's for damn sure.
Well, I don't think it's light of heartedness, I think it's just common decency.
The part where she said it was an insult, that's what's driving me up the wall.
Wait, which part was that? I forgot in the shock of...
When they found out
everything.
that he was a rookie, basically. Getting an initiation, and then saying that it was an insult. Which means she's been dealing with this for a while.
I don't know if you heard, Chloe, but they're having a strike team go out to that bandit camp now.
Yeah. I'd like to warn the bandits if I could, but I don't know where they are, so...
Yeah, and I don't feel like following them so much as being a part of that strike team.
How many people are in that strike team? How many people are they taking out?
No clue.
Strike team usually, I would think, is something for more stealth. So probably not so many. Which would mean that there would still be too many people here for us to have a good look about. Try to get more information, I suppose.
And technically speaking, we don't have to go. It is not our job. Our job is just the circus perimeter.
And, like, you know... Never mind. I don't know. Listen, I've been one to flake out on deals before. I'm happy to leave.
Yeah, I can't stay here.
That's fair. Let's head back to the camp.
Chloe, can you at least just wait until morning? I don't think you should be going out in the dark. It's night.
We've
And
seen what they do to thieves.
We're not thieves.
I am.
I mean,
But
you
you're
are
not
a
taking
thief,
her.
but you're not taking from her.
Yeah, no. I don't think
You
she gives a
have
shit about anything
reason
except a
not to take
circus.
from her.
Well, I haven't taken anything yet, but
Is it a problem? Like,
no,
okay,
I'm not a kleptomaniac.
That's what I was asking.
Chloe-maniac?
Okay. Too soon?
I'm just trying to
But
make you laugh.
if we cross paths with something that very much seems like it should not be in the hands of murderous circus people, I would have no qualms with taking it from them.
Fair. And Zen, you said that they were just going towards a wagon full of black powder?
Yeah, it had really enormous cannons in it.
I'll say
Probably
this
enough.
right now. Nobody should have that much black powder.
That's
but
what I'm saying, Danny, and you're like, it's perfectly normal, Zen.
I said it's
That's
normal for the
totally normal,
performances
Zen.
when you measure it out.
Wait, how much black powder was in there?
You didn't go in, did you?
From what you
Here.
can see, there was probably about 4 barrels of powder in there.
I don't know what you call them. 4 thingies of powder.
What, like kegs?
Not that
Kegs
you drink
or
from.
barrels?
Barrels.
Oh my
Barrels.
God. I'm sorry I to interrupt. Are you thinking? But my character's not even in here. This is completely out of thing. But like, are you planning on blowing up the circus with the powder?
Who?
When you were very curious.
That's a little too far into the thought process, but I understand where your head's at.
Fox is like, I am now.
Listen, there's a reason why I asked how much powder was in there.
Right?
Alright. Well,
About 4 barrels worth.
the plan's only as good as long as the team is, you know.
I feel we should bring
Along
the
with
other
it.
3 in on this.
Yeah.
At the very
That's why
least,
I don't want you to leave, Chloe. I really don't want. Please just don't leave until morning, at least.
at the very least, I can't talk anymore apparently.
I know I take your breath away, but please just wait until morning.
I will hang around until we see how many of them leave on the strike team.
All right, thank you.
Speaking of that, as this conversation is going on, the 3 of you that are currently
We're talking in hushed tones, right?
Yeah, yes. No, that has nothing to do with that. But the 3 of you that are at camp right at the moment, who are resting, sort of get awakened by a bit of a rustle. As you look outside your tent, you can see Drox, Vim and Vam, Brax, and Mr. Sugar all geared up and armed with weapons, walking out of the camp.
Is something happening?
Nothing for you to worry about, Jinx. We got to take care of some individuals who are tailing us.
Oh no. What? I mean, that's a lot of weapons. Is it a big group?
We're taking the weapons because we don't know how big the group is.
Oh.
Better to be
That's
over prepared than under.
It's. Do you guys need help? Like, what's going on? How dangerous are they? Should we be worried?
Not necessarily. We could probably handle them, though. Probably best that you are all up and ready to guard the camp just in case worst case scenario happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's almost our shift anyway, so we might as well.
Is there a direction we should particularly keep an eye on?
Perimeter. That's all I can say.
That's a large perimeter.
Yeah, it is. Southern perimeter. Given what we were... No, my mistake. Northern perimeter. Probably should keep an eye out there the most.
When can we expect you back?
I'm hoping before first light. But again, who knows what we're going to run into.
Well, be careful.
That's what we
Especially if it's a
normally
large
do.
group. All right. Well, I guess give us some sort of signal if we need to be prepared. Otherwise, head on a swivel.
Brax sort of just like waves off to you guys. What's up?
I take off a small piece of my antler and toss it to you.
Toss it to who?
Whichever one we were
Brax.
talking with. Brax.
Mm-hmm.
How?
And he sort of catches it. He's like, "Oh, you can do that too, huh?"
Oh.
He sort of tucks the piece of horn into his pocket.
You've met people that can
Boss
do that?
boss lady does that.
Are we doing all the widow thing? Like they're going off to war? Like Manica gave rocks like a flower. You give them an antler. It's like, oh, we can
No,
well.
It's a means
can't
to
be brave.
it's a means to have like two-way communication
Yeah.
telepathically. It's a
Yeah, I don't know how far I can.
It's
do
like
it.
I think a mile at the most.
It's interesting.
Yes, about giving him something. We're all supposed
Zoro's
to be giving him
thinking of
something.
the
No, it's okay.
flowers
Does
on the
Jinx-
walkway as the soldiers watch out.
Does Jinx rip off a tuft of hair?
She just like, no, she gives one of her bugs.
She probably does, because everyone else is giving him something. She doesn't understand what's
Just like-
happening.
Here.
It's all I have.
As he kind of like looks at the
But
bug
you
and a
wanted
little
to be a
confused. but he's like,
surprise, so you just put it in his hood.
He looks equally as confused by what's happening.
Give us a shout with the.
if we need assistance, I'll let you know. Just make sure the camp is safe. And as
Yes, sir.
as that crew pulls out of camp, 5 or 6 minutes pass before your other 3 friends sort of start coming back into camp with rather disturbed looks on their faces.
I feel
When
like
did
we
the
missed
attack
something
happen?
important.
Well, something
What-
happened.
Stop it. Go.
An unfortunate soul.
Oh, you caught
We're
an
leaving
intruder
Verica.
already?
Yeah.
There was a
What's
young
happening?
boy who was trying to break into one of the caravans, which housed like an inordinate amount of gunpowder, and we found him, and they killed him. Well, technically, they took his soul, and she, Madame Zas, like snorted it up, and then she knows where the bandit camp is, and he's dead.
Oh, the thief?
I mean,
Yeah, rookie.
Yeah, and he had like really shite tools with him too, which was
you
weird.
don't exactly give the best tools to the worst person.
And apparently you don't give him backup either.
I don't know.
What-
It was a lot. It was very disturbing. I am not feeling so hot about us being here, if I'm being perfectly honest.
What were you saying, Jinx?
I was just. I don't remember.
You're saying that you don't give the good tools to the rookie, right?
Yes, that's.
Sorry.
I was then for
I
thought.
I can have up to 10 miles of
10 miles.
remote viewing and everything. I had the wrong character sheet up. I had Juniper's. Yeah.
That explains it. You're not a jackrabbit.
Chloe, you're awfully quiet. Do you know? Do they usually give the newbie thieves good tools and backup? I know you've dabbled.
I was never part of a group like that, but all of the people like me that I've crossed paths with, we all started out the same. Alone, young, with the worst equipment we could find.
Set up to
And
fail.
work our way up. You don't start at the top. Well, I kind of
Give them
look
a
at our
fighting
resident
chance.
wizard for a moment. Some people start at the top, but usually you start at the bottom and have to work your way up.
Is it normal for thieves to get killed? No, I thought you
Yes,
took a
actually.
hand or something.
They either get away with a score or they are dealt with harshly. And in this case, a little too harshly for some of us.
In my experience, it's not normal for thieves, even those that are caught, to be murdered like that. Imprisoned, sure.
Sure, in prison,
But-
having their hand lopped off.
Not murdered,
teeth.
not
Where-
having their soul sucked out and crushed in front of an
Where-
audience.
Where I come
Oh.
from, whenever people break a law, they get a hefty fine. But of course, those are for more, how
I,
would you say, high-collar crimes.
I feel like maybe Moose Stable's differently, but usually it gets more severe the more times they catch you doing it.
It was very clear this was this boy's first time. Like, he was a child. Maybe not a child, maybe my but he was
No,
young.
he was a child. He was 19 years old.
No, that's right, he was 19. I couldn't remember how old he was. I was like, am I remembering correctly? Hey, he was a kid. I don't know.
Adam Sauce murdered a child
I mean,
in front of
I
people.
don't think 19's considered a child for all races.
The word teen in 19. That bit. It's still
I mean, it's young, don't get me wrong, but
they murdered a young adult.
For his race, he was a human, right?
Yeah, same as me.
Yeah. For a human, 19 is a child.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah.
but close.
No, it's a child.
You can't
18
drink,
is the
you
minimum
can't
age.
vote.
People that are 19 don't think they're children,
Your
but
prefrontal
anyone that's
cortex is
over 19 knows
Danny.
they are children.
Anybody who's
actual
19 doesn't,
biology.
and anyone who's 19 who doesn't think they're a fetus is wrong.
Actual biology, Danny, states that your prefrontal
Yeah.
cortex as
I'm
a
also
human
going to
hasn't
say
fully
that
developed
people
yet.
that
Doesn't
that
develop until 25.
virile are also ones who think they're invincible, and they are
I was-
sorely wrong.
I was told boys are still children until they die.
oh,
Well, I
there.
think
Did
that's
he-
society giving boys a pass to act like children.
What did he?
That's out of character, but still, it's just funny.
No, I know,
I'm
it's
just like, looking at my dad. He's 60 years old, still acts like a child.
Yours and mine both.
Zorro's an elf confirmed.
Yeah.
So for the
Out of all of us, Zora would be an elf.
Fuck yes. Always no.
Actually. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry,
For the-
Sophia.
yeah, so did he plead his case? Did he have anything on him? Did
He had these tools.
insult her to like make her
He-
angry and rage out? Or I don't.
And what did he actually steal?
Nothing.
Nothing.
He got caught.
He got his
In the
foot
attempt.
stuck.
So
Trying
you caught
to
him
steal.
trying to like grab something?
No, we caught him with his foot stuck, about to try to break open the door of the caravan I scouted,
Oh,
and he didn't do anything.
Wait,
He did his job for.
Wait,
he did our job
how
for
do you
him.
know he was about to open the door if he was just stuck in front of the door?
He's got a box of shit tools.
Tools can be
A
used
box
in
of
many
shit
different
tools?
applications. Almost
A
anyone around Moose Stable is
crowbar.
walking around with tools to fix things.
Yeah, but a crowbar is meant to break open things.
Sometimes you have to break something to fix it.
I don't think he was
Yeah, I
trying to
don't
fix
think
a
the
door
door
that was
was
very
broken,
clearly
though.
locked.
Did he? But he was a part of the bandit camp, and he said that they
He
sent
had
him.
the emblem of the bandits on his kiris.
And then after devouring his soul, Madame Zoss automatically knew where the bandit camp was, so I assume we can infer that he is for sure a bandit.
Oh, that's probably where the others were going.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Can confirm.
They
Others?
told us
Yeah.
they went north.
Yep.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 of them went north. They said they were going to take care of some people that were following us.
Which ones?
Drax,
Brax
Zin
and
Bam.
Drox. And
Zim and Bam.
Oh, and
Zim and
Mr.
Bam, sorry.
Sugar?
And Mr.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Wait, the cook went?
That's weird.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, wait.
No, they all. I was.
His
Remember, we were
beard-
told
His beard is
They were-
magic.
they did say that all of the members of the circus had,
Training.
not have their own place, but I mean, like they all are capable. I guess is what I'm saying. So all have their own thing. So even though he sold candy, doesn't mean he didn't have other skills. Was pretty much what was implied.
Is this normal for circuses? Is this like what every circus is like?
This
Normally, I
circus
find
doesn't seem like any other circus.
Yeah. This is odd.
honestly, I swear I thought I saw Madame Zoss's skills somewhere else. I just can't think of it.
This circus is very different than when I was a kid. I don't like it here anymore.
Or it's always been this way and they've just been good at hiding it.
It's easier to fool children.
Like the government.
Like the government.
Well, I mean, what are we gonna
I'm
do?
learning a lot about this.
I have to tell
This is-
Grandma about this.
What do you say, Danny?
I'm learning a lot about this realm.
I know that Chloe stated that she wants to leave immediately. I did ask if she
Oh.
could wait until the morning at least. But I think that I mean, I'm really loath to say this because I don't like inserting myself somewhere where it might put us all in danger, but this feels wrong.
Well, isn't it dangerous to go at night? Wouldn't it be easier just to go at first light?
That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah. And we
I'm
don't have
not
to
against
split
it.
up either. We can all live together.
Chloe, is there a
What'd you
reason you
say?
want to leave? Is there a reason you
Okay.
want to leave now versus in the morning? Like, you usually don't act rashly. There's usually a reason, I feel like.
Well, we did just watch them brutally murder someone that shares a background with me, in a sense. Similar professions. So, doesn't really feel safe for me to be here.
If
Additionally,
you did stay, were you able to sleep?
sad box.
Just might be good to leave rested and not exhaust yourself.
You shouldn't be out on
But
the
if you
road
weren't
by
going to
yourself.
sleep anyway, then what's the point?
I think you already said you would stay until morning, right?
Well, I was gonna stay until the strike team left, but it sounds like they've already left.
Yeah.
It's not safe to be out on the road by yourself at night, clearly. Because
No.
if they're,
Oh, we're not going with her?
But
I think that's just a general rule.
I feel like there's something else here. I personally,
You want to investigate more?
okay, so I really want to leave because I feel like I'm gonna do something if I stay. And
Honestly, bad things happen around me all the time. That's why my name is Jinx.
oh, that makes sense.
I thought it was
You
just
think
because
bad things
you
have
say
happened?
things at the same time as other people, so people be like, "Oh, Jinx."
That's a thing?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
Wait,
Jinx,
bad
personal
things
Jinx,
happen around
me a
you?
soda.
yeah, especially when I use magic. Like the whole sheep incident.
That was just funny.
I thought you did that to make us
Unfortunate timing,
laugh.
but funny.
No, that didn't do that on purpose.
Oh,
Still
It just
very
happens
impressive.
sometimes.
I wouldn't label that bad though.
You can turn into a
That's
sheep.
one of the
You can just
nicer
be-
things.
Have you turned
I've had
into a
worse
sheep
things happen.
before?
No, that was the first.
Oh.
I mean, Chloe, if you want to leave now, I'm fine leaving now. I just want to make sure you're not putting yourself in unnecessary danger. If you can sleep, it might be better to sleep until morning.
I don't know if I shared this with Jinx, Zafira, and Vanica, but Madame Zaz is not like she's a hag.
She gave me nice hugs.
Oh yeah. No, it was obvious.
Okay, I didn't know if I shared that with you, but just in case some of us
You
have a bit
didn't.
of hag blindness, she's definitely a bit of a hag.
And not the nice,
Not the nice grandma cookie
type.
kind. She's the
They come in
bad
different shapes and
kind.
sizes.
Zephyr's feeling a little called out right now.
I mean, when you think about it, and this
Zafir
isn't
still
me
doesn't
defending
think
her.
that her grandma's a hag, so
This isn't me defending her, but I'm just saying, okay, yes, maybe she's not the nice hag, but I mean, the same could be say about any race. Like, you know, there's a lot of humans that are really bad, but there's also a lot of humans that are really good. That's
But we're
just
not
saying,
really
oh, this one's a bad
encountering any.
human.
Well,
It's
the
just like
thing
people
is,
say-
Vanica, is that if we came across a bad human, we probably wouldn't want to be around them. Similarly, we don't really want to be around a bad hag. It's nothing to do with race. It's just she
Is
did
it
a
the
really
same
awful
way?
thing.
That people say that some wizards are just power hungry assholes.
Probably, but the thing
Wow.
is that
Zen
hag.
gets called out.
No, it's not to do with race or class or anything. I'm being serious here. Is that she's got incredible magic and she could do something like that. It's probably not safe for us to continue working with her. That's all I meant. I'm worried about what she could do to keep us here to fulfill a contract. It's probably best if we steal out.
Yeah, that's the other thing. When they were dragging that poor boy to his death, I tried to leave, and they wouldn't let me. They forced me to watch.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just
That's the other
gonna
part.
waddle over and take Chloe's hand and just kind of pat it.
Okay, now they need to die. That was not good. No, it's
Not the right
that's-
timing, but I like where your head's at.
know.
There
I
is a
know,
caravan
just-
full of barrels full of gunpowder.
what?
Isn't it normal for a
Yes.
circus to have
Yeah,
gunpowder?
fireworks.
They have cannons they shoot off.
I don't know.
Yeah,
4 barrels normal?
I've heard people that they put people in them and then shoot them, and I think it takes a lot of gunpowder to move a person.
It seems to me, and I think, Zen, maybe you're thinking the same thing, that it's awfully irresponsible to store so much gunpowder in a single location because accidents can happen.
Yeah, some asshole, some power-hungry wizard asshole might walk by and accidentally fire off a fireball or something, purely by accident.
Now it's starting to sound like an actual crime.
Welcome to the group, Danny.
Sorry, officer.
It's about time you invited me. Shit. But
Listen.
regardless, there has to be a plan.
If
Can't be just off the cuff.
Look, I think that we haven't been paid yet, so it's not like we're stealing from them. I think we just leave.
I think I really want to see in her caravan, but I know that's probably a death wish. I just have
yeah,
a lot
that's
of.
no.
Oh, do it.
I have some
feel like-
experience creeping around the homes of hags. I don't know. If you
And
guys
getting
do.
caught doing it. I'm just kidding.
Where
If she
what
says
a-
anything
you've
about it,
met
I'll just
other
say I'm
hags
kissing
before?
someone. What'd you say?
you've met other hags before?
I know. It was a shock. I was so shocked I said I was kissing someone when I wasn't. Anyway, I do really want to check out her little room to see if there's anything of note in there that
Hey.
could tell us.
Isn't she
I'm
in
sorry.
that room?
I
The
know,
thing
that's the
is-
issue. But we
the
don't
thing
have
is
to.
that-
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I
I'm
wish
not
it-
going anywhere near those fucking dolls. I'm sorry.
Oh, you don't like dolls?
I'm
Not when they belong to a hag.
Why?
I'm developing a really dangerous plan right now.
Chloe.
She's
I love
very
your mind,
powerful.
Chloe.
If she can, the fact that she could suck the soul out and do all that stuff, and then we literally have the entire camp against us of trained
50 plus people.
50 plus people who are trained and acrobats that can like maneuver terrain and do all this stuff, and
That's like 9
clearly
to 1.
that it seems like this has happened before because they made you watch.
And as you're having this conversation, you begin to see this like soft green light sort of like begin to flow out of some of the residential wagons
The fuck is
and
that?
sort of like meet up with one another and forming like just like this small like lightish green river of light as it flows deeper into the camp. And then you just see the notice the light sort of just like hit one area with like a soft pulse before the lights die out. The three of you that have been around the camp so far know that that pulse came from Zoss's wagon.
What's going on?
Would I be able to do an Arcana check to kind of get an idea of what that's about?
Give me one with disadvantage.
Damn it! Okay.
Did
I'm
Vanica
trusting.
see that by chance?
All of you would see this.
Would I be able to do any kind of history
7.
check?
I was gonna say a check as well.
Oh, I got a 17 and a 19, so 7 plus 7 is 24.
7 plus 7 is 14, but
No, she rolled a 17 plus 7.
no, I know that. She said 7 plus 7. I was
Sorry.
just teasing.
Yeah, she skipped the math.
So I was
She
just being
skipped the math.
cheeky because it's
A
the one math
chill-
thing she can be cheeky about.
Runs up your spine. As you know exactly what Voss is now.
I do? Holy
You
fuck.
are dealing with an extremely powerful night hag.
Oh, no. Vanica, did you want to have a hack at
And
this, or I didn't mean to interrupt?
All of that light that sort of went through the camp was something on the emotional spectrum that she feeds off of.
Like nightmares?
Nightmares or happiness or anything of the sort.
Does she use that for her power?
Power and sustenance.
Guys, I have terrible news.
Mm-hmm.
That was really bad. So we know now what sort of hag Madame Zoss is, or at least I do. She's extremely powerful, and she's a night hag. And what they do is they take like they take sustenance from people's emotions. So like it's nighttime, probably nightmares or dreams or happiness or something. They feed off of it, or they use it for power.
And when Zen mentions happiness, everything starts to click together as to why she runs a circus.
I was just about to say that.
She uses a traveling circus as a means to feed off the happiness and whimsy of all those who attend.
It would be so
that's
nice
like
if she wasn't so mean.
I'm not gonna
Really
lie,
nice
that's kind of
way
a
to
nice way to
fix it.
go about it.
Yeah.
Considering that just like I'm just gonna kidnap you in my basement. It's like, okay, because whatever.
So
There were
We
worse
get
ways.
something out of it.
who wants to burn a circus?
I
We're
mean,
not
I don't
doing
think we should
anything.
We are gonna hell of a boss it.
I really don't think we
No.
should burn it, because that just puts a target on our back at that point, and then we've done something to her, and then they'll come after us. If we just leave peacefully, they're not going to stop us. We didn't promise. We promised to stay here for funds, but they haven't
They
paid us
stopped
yet.
Chloe.
So
They stopped Chloe.
sounds like it was very situational. I don't think if all of us cheered to leave the camp right now, I don't think they'd stop us.
Yeah, strike team left.
I would rather ask for forgiveness than permission.
I'm not talking about asking for permission. I'm just saying, let's
But-
leave.
Yeah,
I'm with Chloe. Let's just go.
Hey, Belvedere, get ready.
Ready for what, ma'am?
We're leaving.
Should I pack up everything?
I can do it. I'm
Uh,
sorry, Belvedere.
Oh, no.
Once-
It's quite all right. I wasn't doing anything but standing around and listening to your conversation.
I'm sorry you
appreciate
didn't
it.
get to see the circus.
He will betray
Belvedere.
us one day.
He will.
we
He
will
will.
put on our own.
He is the
circus for you.
BBG.
He's like,
He'll betray everyone except Zen because she's been real nice to him.
he kind of shrugs. He's like, it's okay, ma'am. I have no emotional spectrum. I don't believe I would be able to enjoy the circus.
Well,
Wait a minute.
are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I'm thinking it's a little haberdash in the planning stage right now, but I like the idea.
What is going on?
I don't know. I'm confused. I thought we were leaving.
Unfortunately, I don't think Belvedere can leave the camp.
Correct.
Well, we can move the camp so he's right up against
True.
a caravan. That's what I was gonna do to try to show him the circus.
I'm sorry, but why are we moving me to the caravan?
Oh, it was just an idea.
Hey Belvedere, do you have any skills outside of cooking and being a perfect gentleman?
I am a top of the line butler.
Are
Okay.
you
You know,
able to
combat
learn
skills, or do you have
What do you
prior
do?
military training?
Wait.
or-
Military
Is he
training.
Alfred?
Yeah, is he actually Alfred? Like he
I
apparently does kick
don't-
fucking ass.
I don't know if you would call it military training, but I am skilled in firearms. In case we
Yeah,
need
that's
to
our Alfred.
in case we need to protect the camp, but
It's just good to know. I appreciate the information.
let's see.
It's also good to know that you can protect the camp if something does happen.
It is
We
part
wouldn't
of
want you getting hurt if something
it
happens
is
to us.
part of
Prefer if you
it is
didn't.
part of my duties as a butler.
I'd prefer if you didn't.
what if a door
I don't
was
want
locked?
him to, but if something happened to all of us, he needs to be able to protect himself.
Belvedere, what if a door was locked and I was out of the knock spell, like I was out of spell slots? Would you be able to like unlock a door that was locked?
There is no door or chest inside this camp that I do not have the key to.
That wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but you're still good in my book. Well,
Alright.
well.
Okay, make sure we all have
So-
prepped all of our stuff before we close up shop, yeah? And we are heading to Windermere, or would you rather go straight into the woods down south?
We're still going tonight.
It's a bit of a trek to go to the woods down south. Like if you look at the map at where you guys are at right now, you are in the crossroads at the moment.
True.
We're
But we
here?
can just we're like
Yeah, you're like
ish.
right there.
We're like right at
So,
the crossroads. So we can
Windermere
follow the river in.
is where's right
Windermere
here.
is to the east. The closest forest to you is the Harlequin Forest to the south, or if you're feeling spicy, going up into over by the forest or the ruins of Gathtache.
Nah.
I believe Harlequin Forest was the one that Vanica is from, so
Vanica, did you want to go back and maybe visit your family?
Isn't there a reason we were going to Windermere?
I don't have family.
Oh,
people?
And
Trees
perhaps
are
being
family.
corrupted. It's
Well-
yes, and they're being corrupted right now, which is why I'm not going back. I need to
Oh,
find a
I'm so
way.
sorry, I forgot.
It's
our
the
armor
corruption
allows us
is
to
actually the no, I don't think you guys remember that the corruption hasn't reached my tree because I'm in the center of it, because the corruption's on the edge making its way in.
So no
the
to
corruption's on
Harlequin
the
Forest.
edge. Yeah, and thankfully it's a slow process, but anything can happen. So
I'm sorry, Vanica, I completely forgot, and that was really insensitive of me. We
It's-
should probably
no,
head
it's
towards
fine.
Windermere.
it's fine. I mean, technically we can make our way through. It's just the whole reason why I left was because of the corruption. So
What? Yeah, you're right. What Jinx said, was there a reason we were going to Windermere? I'm having a terrible...
Oh, I don't remember things all the time. Don't worry about it.
no, that was just along the way. We were
Well,
traveling.
We had to go this way for something. I just don't remember what it was.
Wasn't it for the caravan, for the circus?
No, we were doing something else though. That the circus was just
Were we though? I don't
way to
know.
go.
what
I don't
that
know,
is.
DM.
Yeah.
What were we doing?
You guys were going there
So-
to help the circus, and then you heard that there was a festival going on in Windermere that you wanted to check out.
Right.
The festival.
Oh, that's right,
yeah.
the festival.
Which is where
We
the circus
found-
is going.
And
we found
We're
out
not
we were
leaving
going to
on
go to
bad terms.
Windermere.
So the festival is at
for-
the same time as the carnival. As
And?
in, we just ditched our employer.
oh, they haven't paid us yet.
So what were you saying,
Yeah,
Zorro?
and they're gonna.
We haven't
they're
ditched
gonna
them yet.
remember.
Hold on. What were you saying, Zorro?
I was going to say, because I wrote it down,
Notes.
that people we were going to, we technically needed to go out west because there was some information we can find about this character about this cult or whatever,
East.
East.
and on our way, or east, sorry, and on our way there we found out there was a festival, or not on our way, before we go there we found out there was a festival that everyone wanted to have some downtime and go to, And that's when we found out, oh, hey, there's also a carnival traveling there. Let's get some extra coin while we go over there. So we are originally making ourselves east regardless. We were just going to make a pit stop for the festival in Windermere. I don't think we had an actual destination.
Not
We
yet.
didn't say where we were going exactly. We just know we had to go out east. So that's what the plan was. So our destination is east regardless. We just were going to make a pit stop for that festival.
Thank you, Zora's wonderful notes. I knew we had some
we're-
reason we're going this way.
We're kind of in the information gathering stage of figuring out our next
Yes.
objective.
And I don't think that
Yes.
in terms of like my patron, I've told anybody his goal for me except maybe Chloe, but that was before I had all the info.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so we have no idea where we're going. We don't know exactly who we're looking for. We just hear we can find information out that way. So just pretty much what Fox was saying, we're all information gathering right now. We heard festival, went, ooh, pit stop.
Well, maybe
Right.
we just skip our pit
Yeah.
stop at the festival and keep going. It's
But
not a
that
big
means
deal.
that she's going to go to Windermere and she's going to take the happiness of those people and feed
How
off of
hard
them.
You feel like we
Would
can
it be
stop
just even
her?
though-
No.
To
I
say,
have
hey,
a lot of faith in you guys.
we have mixed feelings. You know, we're not exactly comfortable, but we thank you very much for your time and opportunity. And we will be moving on, no pay necessary. Like, what's so hard of us just either telling someone or leaving
We
a
don't
note?
want to ruin the fun.
I have no problem leaving a note, but I just can't write.
Also, I kind of
Aw.
It's a little hard to hold a pen.
spat at Brax, and then
I'm
left.
sure he gets spit on
Oh.
all the time.
Yeah, he kind of took that well, actually.
Yeah. He almost looked like, was it just me? It was kind of like,
I think that's just you.
oh, sorry.
Mine just went like, maybe it's a kink, but
Because
oh
I've,
god.
cause I've been
Oh god,
spat
now
at
you guys
and
made
I
me
was
think
a
of that
guard,
stupid
remember?
meme that's going around.
Oh god.
Oh, have you?
The Huaktua, whatever
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
fuck that's called.
When you were a
So
god
Yeah.
for 5 days?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what's so hard about just saying, hey, we have mixed feelings. We were only temporary anyway. No need
You
to
know
pay
what?
us. We're decided to move on. Good luck. Let's
Some
we
people
just do
don't
that.
take rejection well.
I did
But
also
learning
tell them
that-
already that I quit.
Oh, see, problem solved. Here, you quit.
See, not to mention, it's again, we're not part of the circus.
Yeah, exactly.
We've so far followed their rules that they gave us. All we have to say is, hey, you know, we're
This is not what we
plans
signed up
changed, and we decided to go our separate ways. We're not, because when you think about it, when we get there, we're free to go.
We could even say that we found a new lead on the thing we were looking for, and we need to hurry up. So we have to go ahead.
I remember, no lies. That is a definite rule in this area.
Oh, is it?
Does
Because
she-
I've already
Yes.
lied to them.
Yeah. So as long as they don't
What-
find out about the lie, that's one thing.
What?
How would they
I
know?
will-
Why?
She's a
What did you lie about?
She is a hag.
If Chloe's already lied.
No,
then
I meant,
think
what
they
did
wouldn't know.
Chloe lie about?
It's just a
She's been lying
casual
to us about a
conversation.
couple
I
things, but, you know.
listen. Half of
We've all
everything
lied.
I say is a lie.
Exactly.
Don't you guys know Chloe's
Guys,
a compulsive liar?
guys.
Just kidding.
Let Chloe talk, please. What was that, Fox?
It was, just like little white lies in casual conversation. Not to the hag. I didn't say anything to her. But
You mean
You
like
know.
storytelling lies? Like not bending the truth to
Sure.
harm, more of just to storytell?
you could phrase it that way, yeah.
Zafira, were you
so
gonna
bad.
say something?
So. The fact that she is. Has she lied to us? Do you think that she's lied to us? Because it seems like she's very open about killing people.
No, she hasn't lied. Not yet.
Okay.
I am
That you know of.
I suppose.
We don't know what level.
Is
What was it that
I
she
have
said?
a thing.
And as you're standing there having a conversation, the strike team comes back.
Too fucking late. Well,
And they all just walk by you.
That was quick.
None of them look any
That's what she
worse for
said.
wear. No blood, no scrapes, no anything. Weapons even look pristine. They all kind of just like wave and say hi as they walk by you. And
Did you find the people tailing us?
Vim and Vam kind of give you a thumbs up as they like walk by skipping. And then you see that they now have a cart with them. And the cart has a couple chests loaded up.
Hi, Drox. Everything go okay?
Yeah, everything went all according to plan.
That was really quick. I take it was a small group or abandoned?
Oh,
guys
they were
Healthy.
yeah, they were really close by. I mean, all present and accounted for and taken care of. We shouldn't really have a problem with them for the rest of the trip.
Did you scare them off?
In a way. I mean, they see a force like us coming through, they're not going to want to try to take us on.
Where'd
What
you
did
get the
you
cart?
get from their camp? Sorry.
Loose
I
goods.
think we all asked the same question.
Yeah, we all
so-
same question, different font.
Is he just shrugs. It's like a bunch of loose goods. Drox said we should probably take it, so, or Brax said we should probably take it, so we took it.
So, you went into someone else's camp and took their stuff.
They did.
Seems only fair. Try
Does
to do it.
though?
They tried to do it to us, and well, they're bandits.
It doesn't make it any better if we do it in return, though. That just makes
for
us
an
look
eye
like
and all
bandits.
that.
I mean, yes, but their camp is empty now. No reason for all this stuff to go to waste.
Well, if you scared them off, so the camp was empty when you got there, does it not make sense that they would come back after you've left so they could get their stuff?
I'm not the guy to argue with it. Brax is the boss when we're out and about. I do what he says.
Just following orders, huh?
Not really following orders. It's just, part of my job.
Right.
Look, if I had any sort of issue with it, I would speak up. Like, I don't kick a guy when he's down. I don't beat up an unarmed individual, anything like that. But for stuff just laying about out in the middle of nowhere, that's free game.
Well, you scared them off. Why wouldn't they take their stuff with them?
Probably
their
didn't have
lives.
time to pack it up.
Look,
As we're talking,
go ahead.
as we're talking, is Belvedere still packing up the camp since we
Yep.
told him to?
Belvedere
Okay.
is like packing up your camp and everything. And he just announces the camp has been stowed away. And then he kind of just gets sucked into the little camp container.
Thank you, Belvedere, darling. And I put him in my pack.
So there's a thing that my character can do. Baleful eye. Where
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what Baleful Eye does.
yeah. It's what was it? Is it part or no, is that part of the fact that I have hag blood in me, or is that
Confirmed.
out of character confirmed?
It's technically because of what you are and like the background and everything that you have the ability to use
I'm a
Baleful
hex
Eye.
blood. Because so it means that I can tell who's lying,
Mm-hmm.
but anyone who notices my eye immediately gets angry.
Oh, I miss Chemic's eye.
Yeah,
My
good-hearted.
bad guy.
Well, okay, it says good-hearted folk who see the eye treat you with suspicion or outright hostility.
Do you think these are
So-
good-hearted folk?
Oh, I see you with
I-
hostility.
I would like to
Now,
use Bale,
use Baleful Eye on him.
knees and use Baleful Eye and then have my hair like cover
Ooh.
one of my eyes.
Give me a performance
'Cause I
check.
have-
give me
I was gonna say,
give me
'cause I have-
performance or deception.
Okay, let's see. Let's check the numbers. How much do I have for? I have 0 for both. I have terrible charisma.
Let's go.
Okay, because
Get fucking wrecked.
yeah, it's like, well, technically I woke up, and so it's like I just woke up, so I would have bedhead, and it would make sense.
I mean, we never said we brushed our hair in the morning, so.
Pardon you.
You've been on
Always brushing
patrol.
hair.
You've been up for a while.
No, I just want to think that, like, even though Zenith had that bad hair day, it's not actually a bad hair day.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
like very much
Slightly-
like Barbie
You just
waking
had to
up.
whip
Like,
your hair.
That's what presentation's for, right?
you have a
Like,
bad hair
hair
day. You have a
demonstration.
bad hair day, and you're like, oh, my hair's so greasy, and it just looks shiny
exactly.
and like wonderful.
That's
Guys, my
canon.
hair's awful.
Guys, I look so hideous.
So what are you rolling? You rolling deception or performance?
It doesn't matter. They're both 0, and
It
I've got
does
a
matter.
6.
Okay. So,
So
give me a
either
second.
way, it's terrible. I'm gonna go with a
That's okay.
performance.
That's okay. Drox rolled a 1 to notice.
Don't roll a 1. Don't
So-
roll a 1.
You like act like you sneeze, and as like you go down, you kind of look up, and the eye begins to milk over as you peer into Drox's pretty much soul.
Oh,
And
I didn't think it was gonna be that invested. I thought it was just in general, like.
No.
and you
Thanks,
can you
Sonia.
can
Cool.
see as he's talking to your friends, and he's like, yeah, we just showed up, and you know, it was all abandoned and everything, and we just took it. That is a flat out lie.
Knew it.
Which part? That Brax is in charge?
No, that when Drox said that when they showed
He had a
up,
problem?
the camp was abandoned and they found all this stuff, and Brax decided, hey, why not take it back? That's
Gotcha,
a lie.
gotcha.
You said no one was using them, but you scared them off. Like, that just doesn't. I'm just confused. I'm sorry.
It's just what I think is going on. I mean, we showed up, camp's empty.
You said you scared him off.
You said you scared them off, though.
It
Yeah.
wasn't empty at first.
I assume we scared them off.
Were you not being stealthy? Were you just like running at them?
I mean, I
Or-
thought
and they ran
we were being stealthy, but you know, Vim and Vam they can't stop giggling when we're out on missions, so maybe that set them off, or they heard one of us, or one of their scouts saw us coming through.
Because I can see into his soul, do I know exactly what happened, or
You do not. You just know that
can I
he's
roll
lying.
a perception type of thing that I can use?
You just know that he's lying about the camp being abandoned.
All right, I know for a fact then, at least.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this eye stays with
Oh,
me for a
boy.
whole day. So,
You gonna put like your hair over it?
and that's the whole thing. Zenith, can you help style my hair this morning? Cause you braid your hair really cool, and it's really hard with my antlers.
Absolutely. I press the digitation however you
Ah.
like.
No, come do my hair, please.
Oh, the old-fashioned way.
Mhm.
Don't have to tell
Yeah,
me
'cause
twice.
My grandma used to do it, and then we just
I've never lifted a comb in my life.
Mhm.
okay, and then so I kind of lead, walk away, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's go to this rock and everything. I'll sit down and
Totally. So what were you wanting
Everything's
to
that
do
way.
today? You know, I actually have some scissors with me. We could give you some layers. I
And when
think
you
look really
when you
nice
get
layers.
close enough, you can see that eye is completely
I
milked
just wanna
over.
kinda, don't freak out.
What are you? Actually, though, I've never met a person with so much shit happening to them. What happened now? Another curse.
I was born like this.
Right on.
Yeah. So I need you to help me cover this.
Okay.
Because this is a thing that I can do, and I can do it all day. Or it lasts for a whole day. So I have to be really careful with who I see, because then they get mad at me. I know for a fact that he was lying because my eye told me. I can see into his soul. And he is a liar. They killed the camp. I'm sure of it. And they took everything with them.
Listen, you had me at they killed everyone at that camp. I can style your hair for you.
Yay.
Can I just do prestidigitation though? Because I did just spit
Yeah,
on my
absolutely.
hands.
Yeah, I'd rather
Wait.
you not. You use your spit hands, but prestidigitation works fine.
Cool.
Okay. So it's like it's like a braid situation.
Sure.
That like looks like it's all part of a thing, and it's just I'm hoping that my character can have enough whimsy to pull it off. So
I was thinking like braid, like you know how people would be really emo and have like those super like long side bangs, but they're
like,
braided and they kind of loop up over your ear, and some of them drape over your horn, and they come down into like this really fantastic side braid.
I was thinking something like that too.
Fantastic. I'm glad we're on the same page. Well, this is the weirdest way I've ever received information, but I'm not like opposed.
And I had to get you away from the group because they were still talking to them.
Oh, I thought you were gonna try and make a move on me, and I was like, ugh, makes sense, but okay.
Oh no, you already have someone, right?
No, he left me for my professor.
No, not. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. No, I didn't mean him.
Yeah, it's very painful.
No, I meant Chloe.
Chloe and I don't have anything going on. I don't know who's. I think your grandmother started that rumor, but there's nothing going on between us. We are just friends.
Friends can kiss friends. Okay.
Sure.
I know that now.
Sure.
Cool.
But we didn't. But we didn't. I told a lie to your grandma. I'm sorry, but I told her we were kissing when. Grandma? Jesus Christ. Zafira, if you had any idea, you know what?
I'm kidding. No, it's just like, okay.
You lied to me, Ma?
Listen, if you had any ideas, Zafira, but that's not my place. Yeah, no, she like barged into the room and it threw me off, and I don't like when people like do that whole like open up the door. It like gives me anxiety.
Where she knocks and then just opens the door.
Yeah,
that drives me crazy.
That gives me major anxiety, so I panicked and I said we were kissing when we weren't, clearly. Because if I'd been kissing someone, you would know. That aside, that didn't actually happen. We were just talking.
Okay. Well, yeah. No, I understand
Why
that.
do you look disappointed?
Because I shipped you guys. Anyway,
I'm sorry, what?
I just want my friends to be happy.
Okay.
And I read a lot of romance books.
I know you do,
it seemed like a really cute story.
Zafira over here, like being Tina Belcher with her erotic friend fiction.
Ash and her would be best friends.
Oh my god, but Zafira actually is Tina Belcher. That's amazing.
Oh my god, but like actually kind of true.
Yeah. She's literally like your ass is grass. Well, cool. Well, yeah, nothing happened there, but thank you for the information. And
yeah,
I mean, you don't have to convince me. I want to blow this place up to the sky, but you might have to talk to Danny, Jinx, Venica, and Chloe.
I think we have to make it look like an accident. like it was not us, because I don't want her to go again to come after us.
What a great thing that we have Jinx with us then. Jinx is great at making things look like an accident. Usually because they
I
are.
think she just has I think she just has accidents with her magic. Oh,
Well, we can
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we can figure
Okay.
something out.
Yeah,
But the group has to be in on it. I'm not
yeah,
gonna go on some
let's
rogue
go.
mission. All right, let's go back.
Let's go
You
back.
look very pretty. You look very beautiful. You always look beautiful, but you look extra nice.
Oh, thank you.
You're
And
very
while
welcome.
all of this has gone on, Drox has like excused himself to catch back up to the rest of the strike team, leaving the rest of you at where you your camp used to be set before you had Belvedere pack it up.
So and I just realized I need to nap.
Oh,
damn it.
You okay? Oh, it just.
We just went on guard duty. Y'all were next.
I can do it. We can do it.
Vanica, Jinx, and Zafira were next.
Yeah. That's fine.
And then I just, because I don't really want to do it again, but it's just like he's a liar, and I can tell because my eye told me, and this is covering my eye because people get mad at me when I do this trick.
Zafira found out that he was lying about the camp being empty, so they must have done something to the bandits.
So they're allowed to break their own rules.
Yeah,
that checks out for a hex group.
Yeah. And if she's that dangerous, and they're all liars like that, and have no problem killing people and taking their stuff, which granted we probably would have done that, but that we do that to really bad people, not.
Well, there's also the fact that she steals the happiness and emotional stuff of people, and she uses it to feed herself.
I mean, that's just a hag thing. Again, not defending her, but that's just, I mean,
yeah,
how
is it really
hags work. Not all of them, of course, but I mean,
yeah. It's not like she's killing people when she takes that little bit. I mean, it's not like they can never be happy again. It's just she's feeding off their emotions in that moment, right?
I mean, I've been to this carnival when I was a kid, and I can still be happy.
Are you sure?
See, here's the thing, though, is that...
No, I don't know. It just has existential crisis.
It makes more sense because when it's in a group, I mean, there has been stories where, you know, if they suck the essence, whatever, happiness out of one being, you know, they could turn into a raisin. But if it's a large group, you don't need to do that. You just suck off the energy of the crowd and everyone is still happy. So it's actually safer.
You just take a little bit.
Then I suppose it just comes down to how you feel about them wiping out a whole camp of bandits.
Professional purgatory here. Fuck the bandits, but at the same time, we're essentially looking at making ourselves bandits at this point.
Are we? How are we bandits if we just leave? I thought we were just leaving. I am so confused.
I'm still gonna leave a note.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We had Belvedere pack up. I mean,
let's head up.
Okay.
Cart's still out here with the horses, so everybody load up.
Was that our cart and horses? And we're not gonna tell her.
Wait a second. Was that our cart and horse? I thought we rode on their cart and horse to get here.
No, we had our own.
You had your cart and horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chloe's cart, technically.
Yeah, the one of the sad box.
Okay, yeah.
The whole reason sad box.
The terrarium. Got it.
It's a terrarium at this. Vanica is making sure it's a terrarium.
It's a sad terrarium.
That's actually kind of nice, actually.
Bag of holding, and the only thing in it is the deed to that card.
Yeah, I'll leave a
Okay.
note.
I feel like she'll get very mad at us and come after us.
Well, she should suck it up. She's got 50 employees. She doesn't need 5 more.
It's not like she's
Six.
paid us. She has not paid us, so we're not stealing anything from her.
Has she
No.
fed off of us?
No.
No,
No, we were in the camp when the
You-
green light went off.
you were awake, so no.
At the most, all we took from her was work experience and whatever. Let's go.
You were awake, so no. So she would have.
Yeah. Night hags have to feed off of sleeping. They can't feed off of those who are awake.
There's happy,
Oh,
and then
but we
there's
were
the dream.
sleeping.
So this was no, we were
You
awake for
were,
this.
and then the green light happened after you woke up.
Got it.
Then how does she steal it from the circus then?
Because then
Before-
they go home, sleep, and then
All of that happiness goes to her.
Even from like miles and miles away?
The reason why they camp outside of a city.
Oh, wow. Okay. That'll do it. Let's get in the carts, everyone.
Let's go.
And
Yep.
I help Jinx get onto the cart 'cause she's little. She's so little.
She's a little.
So as you
Wow.
guys get onto the cart
Forgetting that she can actually just fly up there.
and you begin to leave the camp, going
Sorry, you're just so soft.
easiest way to go is the same way that the strike team went out the back of the camp. As you're going through, you can see that there are very heavy footprints from a couple of the larger individuals in that strike team, that they head down the road and then at one point just break off down a small hill. And as you look down there, all you see is a singular like shitty little campfire. No tents, no bodies, nothing like that. The campfire itself
Hoping
looks
by
like it was hastily put together. More of more of maybe a signal or a beacon than anything.
For the record, Vanica did leave a note behind.
Okay.
Like she said she was. And it was very nice. She was just she
Tendering their
was
resignation.
saying,
Yeah.
she was just like, hey, just letting you know, we've just had some of the things made us uncomfortable. No hard feelings. The best of luck, but we're just
Best of
going our
luck in your
separate
future
ways.
endeavors.
Yeah, it's just like, thank you for your time. Sorry if we wasted it, but thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Have a good summer.
XOXO.
Experience.
KIT.
P.S. Free service. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't
Don't
worry.
about
So a very nice note saying, not saying like, oh, you scared the shit out of my teammates. Just say, hey, just some things made us uncomfortable. No hard feelings. We're just moving on. Best of luck.
OMG, this summer's gonna kick ass.
And
Keep it bitchin'.
Jesus.
That was me in early 2000s. Like, have a bitchin' summer.
Oh, jeez.
Leaves a headshot of herself.
are we still
No,
within
it was KIT. Have a bitchin' summer. That was all it was.
oh
my
are we
god.
within 10 miles of the camp still?
Still, yeah.
Can I listen in? Can I use my
The little
The-
antler.
Does
The little
it
antler
let
thing?
you listen in? Because I thought it was only a psychic connection between the two of you. It isn't like a little spy device.
It should be.
hang on.
Keep it bitchin'.
You're bitching.
I'll pull out my yearbooks right now. That was half the shit was KIT. Have a bitchin' summer.
Where is it? Oh, Erie.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Remote viewing. If you are within 10 miles of the token, you can enter a trance as an action. The trance lasts for 1 minute, but it ends early if you dismiss it. No action required or are incapacitated. During this trance, you can see and hear from the token as if you were located where it is. While you are using your sentence at the target's location, you are blinded and deafened in regard to your own surroundings. When the trance ends, the token is harmlessly destroyed. So yeah, if you want to enter a trance, you can.
Because they left, and I assumed that they took that
Mhm.
stuff with them to like her. But I mean, since we're leaving anyway.
I mean, if you want to drop into the trance, just let me know.
Do you guys think I should do that now while we're leaving?
I mean,
Might as well.
yeah.
Especially if they're delivering it at this point.
Besides, the item that's on them gets destroyed and no real trace of it later anyway, so.
Okay. So I'm just gonna sit in the back of the cart and be like, okay, well, I will be back in a minute. And then go into trance.
Okay. And as you go into a trance, your eyes, your one good eye at the moment rolls into the back of your head. And then you find yourself looking out the piece of your horn that is currently placed on like one of the small benches that had been set up around the cooking fire. And you can see like the strike team unloading the goods and whatnot, and Brax walking with Madame Zoss as they stop near the location of your horn. You can hear them speaking very faintly, though Brax sort of like shakes his head and he's like, I didn't think they would stay after what they saw. They kind of left as soon as we got back. No, I don't think they're going to be a problem. I think they're just a little too disturbed at our methods. But the drop was exactly where you said. Their messenger provided good intel. The payment seems to be all in full, so I think we're good to leave them as they be.
Okay. And does Zoss agree, or?
Zoss doesn't say anything. She just stands there and nods and looks around. We shouldn't have to worry about I'm not even going to say worry. I don't know why I'm trying to put on this facade. They're not going to send another messenger to us until the next time we come through the roads. They pay us our tithe. They get to keep operating business. You know the deal. Windermere, we need to be careful. That festival going on may be a bit too much happiness for you. She kind of like looks at him and like sort of like bends down to look at him in the eye. She's like, I know how to handle my cravings. The festival will be of no concern. We just need to show up, put the show on as we do, make all the little ones nice and happy, and then I can feast. You just keep doing what you do, Brax. Making all your silly little animals do all their silly little tricks. Unload the caravan, put everything where it needs to be. Bring the sacrifices to me when they're ready. And she turns around and walks back to her wagon.
And is that the end of it?
That's the end of their conversation.
Okay.
And as that conversation ends, we are going to take a quick break.
So you're still in the middle of the trance when we come back.
I knew they were in the boxes. It's like the bodies are in
Right.
them.
And we are back. It's always funny when I come back and nobody's talking. It makes me feel like you guys are overthinking things.
Always.
No.
I'm
Every time.
always overthinking
Most likely,
things.
yes.
You can't just tell us that there were bodies in boxes and not have us not overthink.
I mentioned
watching-
nothing about bodies, thank you.
I watched a video about ducks.
Sorry, just the sacrifices are in the boxes.
Did the video about ducks tell you that ducks have teeth?
I already knew
I'm
that, but
sorry,
they were
what?
rolling over in the water
didn't
and
know.
they were splashing.
No.
And one of them was named Oatmeal. It was nice.
There's a duck on TikTok that like specifically really loves Dunkin' water. Like,
I
and they
think
just
I've seen videos of that duck. They toss
They
the
go
duck
through
into
their-
like a little pool, and it gets all excited and comes running back over to them, and they toss it again. And
So I needed to watch that after that reveal because I was stressed.
yeah. Like I said, you can't just fucking do that, man. And then
Do I need to
told
post the
him-
Ron Swanson meme again of him handing the piece of paper, says I could do whatever I want?
like I told you during break, I was like, you can't just do that. Why'd you make the carnival bad?
I do what
And
I
then
want.
he said they're not bad.
No, I said who said they're bad?
Who said there's bad? They're bad. I said, well, I mean, they're kind of doing that thing, and it's kind of like they're bad. You said, or are they? And I'm
Ugh.
like, "Eh."
When DMs are cryptic.
This is the case where it is black and white. It's not morally gray.
No. Not at all. The bandits are bad. The real bandits, I should say.
Yeah.
Who's the real bandits? The circus?
The ones that are paying the tithe.
I mean, it sounds like they're being
Oh.
extorted.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to say.
Yeah. So, the kid that was murdered was a messenger.
I think he was a sacrifice.
Yeah, I think he was the sacrifice.
They
think
said
he
that
was-
they'll get another messenger soon.
I think that's one and the same.
So are you still focusing, or do you
Literally set up
end?
to fail.
Do you end the connection?
I'm gonna focus for the full minute.
Okay.
Now I'm unsure. Because she'll probably see it, and then it'll disappear, and she'll know that I was listening in.
Nah, do it anyway.
No, she's gone. She walked away after mentioning the sacrifices.
Okay, well then I'll listen in for the full minute. Because after I might as well.
Afterwards, it's
Give
just
us more lore.
it's just a bunch of Brax talking back and forth to a couple people, telling them where to store things and everything like that. And you could see off in the distance Vim and Vam opening up one of the back area, one of the back wagons, and begin to pull out the barrels of gunpowder, and then moving them to other locations.
What do you mean by other locations?
They move them to 4 different wagons, spreading them out as to not have so much gunpowder in one location.
Okay. Is there any sight of what the boxes contain?
A lot of it
That
looks
they run
like
over?
clothing and stuffed animals and foodstuffs and stuff like that.
Like merchandise for the circus?
Like something you'd win at a carnival game or something.
Like something you'd win at a carnival game, guys. It's just that.
Hold on.
Conduits.
I'm good. To say, like, can I roll like a history check to see if I recognize any stuffed animals, like if I won them? Just to hurt my own feelings.
Nope.
Okay. I have so many stuffed animals, and that just like Okay. I think I'm done focusing, unless you have anything else to tell me within
Nope.
that minute.
And you pull yourself back into your own body.
While she was focusing on that, can Jinx slide up to wherever Chloe's sitting? Just, Chloe, are you doing okay? You seemed a little pale before. Are you okay?
I really wanted to hurt those people.
That's understandable. You
Is
saw
it,
something.
though?
Yeah,
Is it understandable to want to hurt someone?
Yes.
Probably how they felt when they wanted to, when they were being stolen from. I imagine that's a pretty normal feeling. Whether or not you act on it.
Like, when I say hurt them, I don't just mean, hit them or stab them or something. Like, I wanted to hurt them in a way that they would never forget.
Again, I think it's less about having the thought, it's whether or not you do it.
I don't know if I could have refrained for much longer if we stuck around.
Yeah, but you're the first one that mentioned that we should leave, so, I mean, wouldn't that mean that your first instinct was to leave and not to hurt them? And the second instinct was to hurt them because you were still there?
I mean, I guess. I wanted to leave just for my own safety, but then I think I also wanted to leave because I wanted to hurt them. So if, I just take myself out of the situation, then that temptation won't be there, right?
Fair. I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened, but it sounded like it was pretty awful.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen people die before. That's unfortunately not a new thing to me, but being forced to watch, that's what got me.
Yeah, that is a bit much. I don't see why you couldn't have just been allowed to leave. You did your job, you brought them in.
Well,
So.
that's the other thing. I had no intention of bringing them in. I wanted to talk to the guy and learn where their camp was and learn what we could. And then I wanted to let him go. And
I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have done the same thing.
I'm trying really, really hard not to be angry at Danny, because I know we come from different worlds, but literally and figuratively. And Danny was the one that was bringing the kid in, and I did say wait a few times, and she didn't. But Danny was a guard. I'm trying not to hold that against her.
I mean, it sounds like you have every right to be frustrated, as you didn't get an opportunity to at least say your piece. But at the same time, yeah, again, Danny as a guard, her instinct is going to be, well, time to take him in.
And that's why I'm trying not to be angry at Danny. I know Danny was just doing what she thought was the right thing to do in the moment.
Maybe when you sleep on it, you could talk to her, because it's usually good to talk about these things once you've calmed down and there's less emotions involved. Just be like, hey, next time could I possibly have a moment when I say wait? That way she knows that you're feeling frustrated about it, but it's not like I'm mad at you frustrated. Just hey, we can improve.
I suppose that's probably the smart thing to do.
I mean, usually if you're going to stick around with the same people over and over again, it's good to build good relationships, right?
I guess I'm not really used to sticking around with the same people for a long time. I mean,
Oh.
except for Vanica.
Yeah, we want you to stick around. I want you to stick around.
I want that too.
I want to keep feeding your snakes bugs. One day they're going to eat them.
Yeah. There's nothing I can do to stop you.
When
And she's
the
probably
snakes
now holding up
eat,
another bug next
do
to
you
him.
taste it? When the snakes eat, do you taste it?
Do the snakes eat?
Lemon.
And if they eat, what happens to all of it? So many questions.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry you had to watch that. I just want to make sure you're okay. It seemed like it was a bit a lot tonight.
It was a lot, yeah. I want to get to Windermere. I want to enjoy the festival and forget that all of this even happened.
I mean, they don't seem to be coming after us, so maybe get some sleep in the cart and feel a little better when you wake up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
And we'll go make sure Zen's doing okay next, because I'm sure this shook everybody.
Yeah. Thank you, Jinx.
Welcome.
Pat over to where is Zen sitting, if Zen's not already asleep.
Zen is muted.
Zen is muted.
I'm probably, I don't know. It's a wagon, and I probably
Let's
just
be
sitting
real,
there
you
with
probably
you
just
guys.
heard everything and heard that she said she was going over talking
Oh,
to you.
this whole time I thought you were like off in the corner. That's why I didn't want to interrupt or anything.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
just like,
That
it's
makes
like
more sense now.
I'm gonna go talk to Zen. Flap, flap, flap.
It's like two steps over. There's Zen. I can't imagine it's a huge. Even if we're in the corner, we're not really that far out of the way, you know.
Yeah, I thought this was a private conversation at first. I was like, oh, I'm not going to interrupt or put in my 2 cents. They're probably having a private moment. And I was like, oh, we're all in the same
middle of
fucking
the cart.
wagon.
Yeah.
I'm literally right here.
Danny,
Driving.
Danny's driving. That might be the only reason Danny can't hear us.
Oh no, I
Danny
can
can
still
hear
hear
you.
you.
It's not covered. That's right.
No,
so
it's
come
a
on.
Whether or not I respond is
Look,
meh.
Jinx ain't intelligent. Okay.
Danielle is,
And-
but
and
she ain't.
You're
saying
mad
shit.
at Danny?
And Chloe wasn't being quiet.
Oh, drama.
Junk's not smart
It's like-
enough to be like, oh, they can hear me.
I think I might actually be. I would probably. It's like an open secret now, so I don't really care if anybody judges me. I would probably have been like focusing on my book, seeing if Zenoa's got any insight, but it's okay if he doesn't.
Zenoa doesn't seem to respond or give you any sort of like writing in the book or anything like that.
Okay, so I'm just kind of sitting there trying to connect and nothing's happening, and I'm getting increasingly frustrated.
And then Jinx pops up.
He's left you on he's left you on read, and then Jinx pops up.
Oh, hi, Jinx. Sorry.
I was just checking in on everyone. How are you doing? It's been an eventful night, and
From the sounds of it, you saw something horrible.
I'm all right. I'm just feeling bad for Danny and Chloe and two very opposite ends of the spectrum. But just not thinking about it. And just, we're already on our way.
So
that's
Sorry, I don't have a lot of emotional connection to thieves or to circuses or to following the rules when people give them to you. So, but Danny and Chloe are, so they're probably feeling really about it.
I don't get the sense that Chloe follows all of the rules.
I was talking about Danny.
I mean, yeah.
But
Yeah.
maybe go talk to Danny. Not that I don't want to talk to you. We can talk about anything else. I just don't really want to talk about that.
I just wanted to make sure you're doing okay.
Yeah, are you doing okay? You're
I
very
didn't watch someone
insightful
die.
lately.
I didn't watch someone die.
People die. It's just unfortunate it had to be a young boy.
Okay.
I really do appreciate you checking on me. I'm just not. It's unfortunate what happened, but we're on our way, and that's all we can do.
You think you can give me a boost over the seat so I can talk to Danny? Because in her mind, it's a separate area.
I'd like to think that the wagon covering is shut.
There's no wagon covering. It's an open wagon.
Okay. Have fun, and I'm gonna put the whole like white noise thing over to give them some semblance of privacy. And I'm just gonna put my mask on and just like dissociate.
Mood.
I mean, you have been up all night, so.
Yeah.
Danny?
Yes, Jinx.
You doing okay?
I could scream. I want to scream.
Then scream. We're in the middle of nowhere. No one's gonna hear you.
That's debatable. I'm gonna hold on to this anger for a little while longer.
I mean, anger's a fair response.
Yeah. Bit of an oddball question, but it is related to tonight. Have you ever had someone die in your arms?
No.
Hmm.
That does not sound fun.
So who's the bad guy?
Sometimes there is no bad guy when everyone's doing the wrong things.
Or everyone's a bad guy?
I think the world's a little less black and white. We're all doing things from our own perspective. From their perspective, they're protecting their carnival and their people. From our perspective, they killed a young boy for almost no reason.
From the bandits' perspective, they are buying themselves time and space.
Yeah. Everyone has their... From that young boy's perspective, he was trying to survive. Would you have done any different if you were trying to survive and you had no other option?
I've never found myself in such a position.
You're a lucky one. I know a lot of people do. I haven't. Luckily. But my understanding, that's not the normal.
Before I was a guard, I was a mercenary. It's not much different from a bandit, I suppose.
That's where you just pay to believe in this perspective you're given.
So when do I start following my own perspective?
That's up to you. You can start right now.
It's such a chore.
Isn't that part of being an adventuring group, is finding out who you are? And what are we if we're not an adventuring group? Because we're going on adventures together.
That'll get us as far as we can go. I'm starting to fade a bit, though.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Vanica might be able to talk to the horses and maybe get them to drive along on their own for a while, or maybe she'd be good at driving the cart because she can talk to them. I don't know.
Yeah, I never really thought about that. It's worth a shot.
Yeah, hurt to ask, right?
Yeah, would you mind passing the message along?
Sure.
Okay.
And
I'll be
back
up here.
over the seat.
Gilly, you almost
So
made me
like
cry
4
there.
steps down. Oh, I'm sorry. Go 4 steps down, find Vanica. We're making a thing out of this.
Vanica?
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Danny says she's getting tired. Would you be able to drive the cart since you can talk to the horsies?
Oh, I mean, yes, I could do my best. I've never driven a cart before.
I mean, the horses have done this a lot. I imagine they'd be able to at least keep it on the road, and you just hold the reins. I don't know. I don't know how these things work. I usually fly.
I don't. Do they know directions? If I say, "Hey, keep going west," I guess I could say
I
keep
don't-
going on the.
You can
road.
ask them, can't you? I've seen you talk to them
Yes.
before. Can they answer you?
I mean, yes.
Vanica's
they
gonna turn
can.
us around back towards the fucking carnival by saying west.
I just figured Chloe's been up all night, and so has Vanica, so that leaves you, me, and Saphira. I've never driven a cart before, but I thought maybe with talking to horses, it might work for you. Maybe we ask Saphira.
Yeah.
She's driven a
well,
cart.
I can. Yeah, I can. I can certainly ask. I see no harm. Danny,
Yeah,
would it be okay if I took over?
sure. Come on forward. Have a seat. And she'll just kind of like
Okay.
scooch over real quick. I'll teach you
Yeah.
some basics.
When I come out of my little dissociative thing, realize I can't really sleep, and I'm just kind of gonna listen.
And it's at this time when you got your Vanica's being taught about the driving that Saphira, you snap out of your trance.
Oh, hey, I just
Oh.
did that. What's up?
It's
What is
bad.
it? What is it?
Words. The bandits are not dead, but they will be soon. They were taken as sacrifices. I
The
think
bandits were?
at the bandit camp, and the one that was killed and I like point to Chloe because like I don't think that I've actually like done this too much before. No, maybe I
I'm
have.
going to put
like-
my hands on your shoulders. I just need you to take a breath. Okay?
The one that you guys were supposed to watch. The one that you had to watch that was killed.
Jimmy.
Jimmy. He was sent there to be a sacrifice. They pay tithes in messengers. They send people to Madame Zoss. And I don't understand. Basically, it's like I do my best to explain everything that I saw in my vision. I can't word it at the moment.
That's fair.
There was a lot of information. And the stuff that was in the boxes, at least, that was what they used for carnival games. The prizes
Okay.
for carnival games.
That's a
So they steal and kill from bandits and use the stuff they stole to sell to people who win the games, or to give to people who win their games.
so the
And
bandits are the ones who get like all that stuff and then they just steal and kill for it. And then the bandits also have to pay money. Is that what you said?
I'm trying to piece it together, like actually out of character of what exactly was that. So if
Yeah, I was a little confused too.
I
So
confused
pretty much,
myself.
so pretty much, the bandits have to pay a tithe to the
Like actual money tithe or
like
okay.
actual money to Madame Zoss every time the circus comes through their area. But at the same time, she uses them to gain supplies and whatnot from things that the thieves have either made or they had stolen. Then they send a sacrifice into the camp. Zos kills them. The soul reveals the location of the drop, and then she sends people out to get the drop.
That's kind of cool.
So we're an accessory to murder.
And apparently there are some sort of sacrifices that came with the goods.
Which, the way that... So I heard Braxton and Madame Zoss talking. And that's their conversation. And from what it sounded like that there was going to be a lot more, that there was a lot of sacrifices. And he said that he was concerned about the amount of happiness that she was going to take when they reach Windermere. She said she could control her cravings. So it's a lot scarier than I thought it was. I'm
That
gonna lie down.
That sounds like Windermere is actually in trouble.
Yeah.
What do the bandits get out of this?
They get to
To
live.
live.
I don't
They get to-
know.
They get to continue doing their own thing.
How would she be able to gather all her supplies and the singular, sacrifices? She just wipes them all out in one go.
Oh, she's not.
That was just one.
No, I'm saying that if they
Yeah.
refuse to do that, she would, I would assume, wipe them out. But then how
They
can
are
we get...
in cahoots with each other. The higher ups of the bandits are selling out the lower end of the bandits. That's what it sounds like.
No, I understand that. What I'm saying is that if they refuse to do that because they get to live or whatever, there's got to be, something else that they get. Because say they refused and she's like, fine, then you all die. She doesn't get her supplies. Does that make sense? So I'm wondering, in addition to their
else?
lives, what else they get from this? Because this
I
seems
don't
like
know.
a whole... a
One-sided
lot.
thing.
I'm not sure that they really need to get anything else. Getting to live is a pretty good incentive to do some terrible things.
Is it really
But-
is it really called living at that point?
Yeah, and also I feel like they could possibly at least attempt to take out the circus if they pass through every so often. And there's got to be more than just the couple of bandits that they came across at the camp. Aren't they a whole network or something? So I'm wondering if there's anything else they get out of this.
I'm thinking
I wouldn't want to be indebted to someone.
when this partnership was first created, if you can really call it a partnership, that Madame Zoss did to the bandits what she just did to us. She made a display of crushing someone in front of them, and it was basically, do as I say or you'll be next. That's enough of an incentive in my mind to, steal some toys, pay the lady when she goes through.
And then
So-
also give money, and then also give the lives of lower end bandits. It's just like,
Yeah, but if the lives that they sacrifice are like Jimmy, he was just a recruit. He was a nobody to them. They probably recruit people specifically for that.
Yeah.
That's why they gave him the bad tools.
So in their mind, they aren't really losing anything by giving up that sacrifice, because that person exists in their mind specifically for that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems like so unprofitable. I'm thinking about this solely from a business standpoint. You're spending all of this energy to gather all these supplies and get together this money. For Madame Zoss, you don't get to keep, a as much of it as you would like, and you're also spending your time and energy gathering these supplies and then giving up one of your recruits, having to recruit people for the sole reason of sacrifice. Like, I would be like, what the F am I getting out of this? But I guess that's just me, myself personally.
I mean, it sounds kind of on par with, any other sort of enterprise, legal or illegal. The people at the bottom always get sold out for the people at the top.
And isn't there always someone else willing to steal stuff? And there's always someone in need of something, and unfortunate people out there that turn to stealing.
The real
And
but
if they
it-
refuse, they're completely replaceable by someone else. She'll find someone else to do it.
I know, she's just got a network going, and but it's supposed to be like some sort of partnership, I suppose, but it doesn't really.
Oh, there's nothing equal about it. It's definitely one-sided.
Yeah, I'm just like,
It's best not to think too much on it, honestly.
Although, I mean, it might be worth.
Not
that I'm recommending we do anything about this. I'm perfectly fine just walking in the opposite direction and forgetting it happened. But should we ever decide to do something about it, it might be worth trying to track down these bandits and see if we can get them to come to that same realization that you just did, Zen.
And also Windermere has the festival, and more people are going to die.
There's not really much we can do about the emotions, because regardless of whether it's good or bad emotions, she's still going to siphon.
I doubt that a group of 6 people running into Windermere going, "Oh no, there's a hag coming, cancel the festival," is actually going to work.
No,
but we could lay a trap.
We could also blow up their stuff while they're, in town.
Oh, I'm sorry, you said that she was a really powerful hag. I don't think I could take on a really powerful hag. My magic doesn't even do what I want it to do half the time. It does some crazy ass shit.
No one said we had to do
like
so
turn me into a
directly.
sheep.
They moved the gunpowder.
Oh, did they?
Instead of all in that one wagon, they separated it into 4 different wagons at different spots of the camp.
If we blow up one of them, it could cause a chain reaction rather than just a singular large blast.
Wait.
Why are we focused
means you
so
hit-
hard on this group when we kind of have our own problems to deal with?
Like what? What's more important than
Vanica's
the
forest?
entire town?
Well,
The entire forest?
Not just mine. Corruption everywhere spreading across this continent from what everyone else has been saying. It's not... I thought it was just my forest until spending time with everyone here. It's much more broad than that.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention that these cultists or whatever you want to call them are doing something much bigger with it too. I mean,
There's
don't
a
get me
lot
wrong. Do I
going on.
approve of what's going on? No, but do we want to make enemies unnecessarily when there's what's the term? Bigger fish to fry?
I know we keep worrying about the fact this hat feeds on emotions, but it sounds like she's doing it fairly responsible. We can't really get mad at when people eat animals. She's just eating emotions of people. She's not killing them.
Rojan, would I know if her eating the emotions would have any bad long-term effects on people or something negative that would be positive for her?
For as long as this carnival and the circus has been traveling, there hasn't really been any sort of reports as to loss of life or anything like that anytime it comes through. It seems that whatever she's taking is usually in a responsible matter.
But then Brax said that he was concerned about the amount she was going to take in Windermere. Is there would I know just from my studies of night hags if they get too much of that emotional mana or power? Does anything happen?
you don't know if anything happened, so you have a feeling that it would probably be like this, like an equivalent, like maybe a magical or somewhat fey equivalent of eating or drinking too much.
Just Rainbow, like, barfs out everything again. And
Yeah.
tries
Oh, see, I'm just picturing like vampires. You can sip, 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 sip. Yeah, I can kill this person, but I'd rather just sip, 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 sip. It's better for everyone.
Yeah.
It's not an immediate problem, no.
I don't think there's... The carnival's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
She's been doing this a long time. If there was going... Yeah, I don't really feel the need to stop her from eating. She's just eating.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If we want to, you know, help or find out what's going on, we can certainly do that. We're almost sounding like conspiracy theorists or plotting murder or some sort of heist. I don't know what to call it, but it seems like reaching in deeper than we maybe should.
I like the fact that we actually are thinking rather than just jumping in and doing something reactionary.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, that's very good.
Hey,
I
you guys
think-
can choose to do whatever you want. At the end of the day, it is what it is.
I think emotions are running a little high because everything is so fresh that maybe we get some sleep on it and make decision when we're a little of more sound mind and a little further away from the events of tonight.
Right.
We do need to deal with the corruption.
The corruption is a big
This
problem.
also- yeah. It's
Especially
the
since the
over-
cult seems to be trying to wield it as a weapon, and that will affect the entire continent, not just a few people in a few cities, as bad as that sounds.
Nothing we can do at this moment right now. We're just trying to get to Windermere.
I mean, we could always put on the back burner, and, you know, if further on down the road we come across something that would give us an advantage against this type of creature, then sure, let's come back and take care of her. But, I mean, the circus has been here for decades.
Because no one ever dies at a circus.
Unless they're too old and just have a heart attack from all the excitement.
Or there's a mishap in the art and the acrobat calls.
Yeah, I was gonna say, tell that to Dick Grayson's parents.
Hey.
That's why I made the joke. That's why I made the joke.
Well, then someone else can
Nightcrawler
become Dick
too.
Grayson. Yeah.
There's always another Robin.
Oof.
Hoping for another Red Robin.
Yum.
Wrong Red Robin, but close enough. Alright.
When we go to Windermere's, people might know more stuff about the cultists. So, you know,
Or
either way.
literally anything else. I'm gonna go ahead and pass out right now. And Daniel, like, gets up and just make sure one last time that Vanika's good. And then just plops into the middle of the floor area.
Okay.
Jinx will ride up next because she was going to be on watch anyway, so Jinx will sit up next to Vanica and ride next to her while she's driving the cart. Kind of keep an eye on the surroundings, so if things start going like completely off track, she can poke Van and be like, hey, correct it.
She's just holding
Right.
the reins, like, awkward.
I'm gonna
Up
grab
by
my
your tail, like,
bag.
You have been explained to how the basics work.
She just
I'm
tells
gonna-
the horses, like, little to the left, little to
Like
the
it's like
the
this.
reins, little to the right.
All the way up by her face, like, I got this!
They just full stop. All of a sudden, Daniel just flops out forward.
You're in the wagon sleeping?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take my bag and put it under your head so you have a kind of pillow.
Oh, I have a backpack. It's fine.
It was just under your head, but whatever.
Appreciate it. There's a bedroll in this too, so
You should use it.
I like
Could've
hard
just-
surfaces.
Flopping.
But a blanket.
Good point. And just
I always want to be cozy, so it's just like
So,
yeah.
Vanica, since you are the one driving throughout the night, can you roll me a percentile? Actually, first a D20.
A D20?
Yep.
Just straight up D20?
Does she have an advantage? Because I'm technically helping her stay
going
road?
off your survival.
Technically animal handling, because I'm just telling the horses where to go. I'm not actually driving, to be honest.
Yeah, animal handling. We'll do that.
Because she's holding him, and she's like, okay, turn left. She's not even actually doing anything. Okay, 14. Oh, plus 8. A lot.
Okay.
22.
All right, so go ahead and give me the percentile roll then.
Okay. Ooh. Where's my percentiles?
Guys, if you didn't know, there's more than one way to drive a cart. You drive the cart, or tell the animals what to do.
79.
79.
Head away from greatness.
Thankfully enough, the horses don't really give you any sass. I mean, they don't really even talk to you. You just tell them a little to the left, a little to the right, keep it up, slow it down, whatever, and they follow directions without any issues.
Oh, she made niceties before she takes control. Like, hi, my name's Vanica. What's your name? Very nice to meet you. In horse.
And like, as you speak in horse, they kind of just like look at you, don't even bother saying anything.
These guys are assholes.
They're like, God damn it, it's the middle of the fucking night. What the hell do you want?
They're guard horses, but this is not a guard cart.
Do they bite intruders?
So as you continue on through the night, you made a little bit of a headway along the road. You're past the crossroads and about here as the sun is coming up.
Oh, okay.
About where?
Right next to the R and river.
Okay.
Kind of like almost close to where you died.
Oh, that was back at the crossroads.
Yep.
PTSD.
But
PTSD?
as the sun comes up, or is coming up, you see a strange sight ahead of you, Vanica. As a small train sitting off on the side of the road. And when I mean small, like almost child size. Kind of like
a train?
kind of like one of like the little like trains that little toy train rides that you would see at like a amusement park, for like all the little ones to ride on, like Camp Snoopy's train.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah. You guys have Camp Snoopy too?
Yeah, Knott's Berry Farm.
We had Camp Snoopy at Mall of America for a bit before it was taken over by Nickelodeon. Well, I miss Camp Snoopy. Anyway, I'm so sorry. I was just very surprised.
But at the front of it, sort of like leaning against like the front car of it, is this Lepak dressed in a little conductor uniform.
Just gonna give a wave. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. You wouldn't happen to have anybody with you over there with by the name of Jinx? Kind of looks like me. Well, bat.
Jinx will plop her head up around Danica. Do I recognize this Lepak since I knew
She
my
was
name?
laying next to me.
Yeah, his name is Codwell. He's one of the Lepaks that work in like the kids area of Moostable.
It's Codwell. Codwell?
Oh, good. Look, they told me you were going to be coming down the road at some point in time. I've been sitting here for about 4 days now. I've been getting really weird looks and everything because of the train.
Well, yeah, it's weird to see it out here.
Yeah.
Perfectly normal back home, though.
Yeah. Speaking of back home, things happened.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah. You remember the cave wall near Adventureland that we were going to be digging through in order to expand the park a bit?
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that creepy statue you said you found and it talked to you or something, or it gave you superpowers? You kind of left, well, you left Moostable because of it.
Yeah, because I couldn't find it again, and
we found more of them.
Oh,
yeah.
How many more?
3. And it's really weird because one of them looks like you.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, one of them looks like you. Don't know really what to make of it. Was really hoping that I'd be able to run into you and maybe convince you to come back to take a look.
Yeah, you come take a look. Yeah, I think that it looks like me.
Yeah.
Not just like a little pack in general.
No, it looks like you, and I don't know why you're riding a sheep.
Riding a sheep.
Yeah.
I mean, I turned into a sheep not that long ago. It was an accident.
You what?
I turned into a sheep. She could hear me, and she points at Vanica.
It's true. It was very cute.
I see. Well, nobody's turned to sheeps down there yet, but
Well, that's good.
who knows? We like the management's telling us to give the statues a wide berth.
Well, I'm kind of curious why it looks like me. I think I don't want anyone else to have weird things happen to them, so I think I need to come. Maybe if I come see it, we can figure something out.
That's what I was hoping.
But we could certainly assist if it regards your homeland.
Unfortunately, this is park employees only. I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm so
don't
concerned, an
understand
employee. That's awesome.
What a park is?
Vanica here has never left her forest.
Ah. Wait,
You guys
so
do have to
she's-
come by Moose Stable eventually.
She's never been on the teacups
Yeah.
before?
No, I think she'd like them.
Oh, you're missing out.
You guys definitely have to
I've-
come by Moose Stable.
Drink from a teacup?
No, these
I don't
teacups
think I
you can
could
ride
fit
in.
in one.
You can fit in these ones.
You must be able to shrink people.
All of you can fit in this one. They're lots of fun.
You really shrink us. Okay.
Well, you can ask
Interesting.
Zephyra. She's been to Moose Stable, I'm sure. Being that close.
Oh.
Zafira, you've never been inside Moostable.
Ooh.
Ooh, you never went to the amusement park.
Wah,
We're
wah.
going to Moostable. We didn't get to go to the carnival. We didn't get to go to the festival.
I mean,
We're going to
The
Moostable.
festival's in a couple of days.
I mean, I guess you can come back with us if you want. Jinx is gonna have to be doing some work on her end, but the rest of you could enjoy the park if you wish.
Oh, I mean, that's up to the rest of the group. I know we were on a mission to a festival, so I don't know. You know what? Hold on just a moment. Guys, wakey wakey. Good morning.
Yeah, I gotta say at least bye to everybody. Someone's gotta wake up.
Oh, I'm not telling you got to go right now. I was just sent out to find you, and well, it's been an ordeal with the looks and.
Yeah, why'd you bring the
Petting.
train?
Huh? So am I supposed to go?
Oh, wait,
from
you've been pet?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I do remember people trying to pet me. Yeah.
That's weird.
It feels nice though.
Your fur is soft.
Thank you.
What's going on?
We found Jinx's friend. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm Vanica. What was your name?
Codwell,
Codwell.
conductor
Pleasure.
of this fine train here.
It is a fun train to ride on too.
Seen anything. A train. And you
Oh,
ride on it?
Mhm.
Thought that was a worm for a second there.
Have
Interesting.
any of us seen trains before other than Jinx?
You've seen toy trains, and like this kind of looks
Danica
like
lives under a rock.
this kind of looks like a large toy train that like a little kid could probably sit in.
That's fair. It is from the kids section.
It's so cute.
It's the pack sized.
Okay.
Apparently there's trouble.
I mean, back when I first learned how to use magic, there was this weird statue that I found, and I couldn't ever find it again. Apparently I found more of them. And one of them looks like me riding a sheep. So I'm gonna have to go check that out. I think that's important.
Would I know anything about that, Rojan, from my studies?
I don't think you would because of the school of magic that it is reflective of. It is far different from shadow magic.
Well, you know,
And
I learned
corruption.
about other kinds of magic. It is like I just specialized, but yeah.
I guess if I'm gonna go, I have some stuff that I won't need anymore, and I'm going to give Danica my one health potion I had in my backpack.
Oh, sure.
Was it just a basic one?
It was just a basic one,
Okay.
and yes, I intentionally gave it to Zorro. I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
Good luck, you guys.
That's fine.
I divvy them out when it's important, okay?
Plus, she is our healer,
Yeah,
and I
the end
mean,
of the campaign. Got it.
I was gonna say like, none of us have stayed dead.
Yeah,
I've done my job, thank you.
Actually, I think the reason I'm not dead is because of Zen, but you know.
Well, to be fair, I wasn't there that episode, so.
I mean, I brought Danica back by shoving stuff down her throat, but it worked. Margot, when I'm going to drop off, I have a couple rings into Chloe's hand. One's going to be I have a +1 ring for AC. So actually, I'm going to pop these into there's one of the rings. And then I'm more leave you with the dex ring. You guys can decide what to do with it.
Are you sure
right.
I
you
think
have
you
to
should hang
go?
on to that. You should hang on to the dex ring.
If you insist.
We're not the Power Rangers otherwise.
Although we do need all of the rings together in order to use that other ability that they have.
Yeah, which is kind of why I wanted to leave it.
But how are you gonna remember us?
Oh, I'll remember you.
Here. Give a piece of my antler.
Definitely take the piece of antler. I've seen her do that before.
If you need a memento, you know, he kind of reaches in and he pulls out like this small like box with a lens. He's like,
Oh, you brought one.
Yeah, I always bring one. You know, who knows when you need a souvenir.
Perfect. Guys, we all have to stand pretty close together. So come here. She's gonna gather everyone up and like start pushing them into his position.
What's happening? What's
Just
happening?
go with it. Just go with it.
Just
Okay.
jumps over
Push
the
everyone
side of
into
the
like
cart.
a picture pose, and then like stand in front. We're ready.
He
They don't know what's happening. Smile.
like waddles out in front of the cart and he like looks down into the box. He's like, okay, everyone say cheese Danish. And he
What's a cheese Danish?
and he presses the button and there's a bright flash and it blinds all of you for a moment.
Oh, fucking
That's
hell.
normal. That's normal. I like how
He's like, okay.
I like how Danny's camera went and fuzzy at that moment. Like I can't say anything.
He walks over and he sets the little box back down. He's like, 5 minutes or so, it should be ready.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. I
Guys,
got
it's
out
gonna be
of
a
the
great
cart for
memento.
that.
I'm gonna pull
It's
the
just
fruit and be
blurry.
like, wait, do it again. I think I blinked.
Like way over here, just blurry.
Flashbang.
And when the picture develops, all of the
happened?
snakes have red eye.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
You mean
I love it.
you mean
Are
they
these
all have
smiling,
lens flare?
I love it.
Lens flare.
Everyone remember the 80s and 90s when you take pictures?
And
Yeah.
everyone's
Oh,
Red
yeah.
eyes.
everyone looked like they were possessed.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Um,
Is it normal for it to hurt for a while?
yeah.
Yeah, the first time.
Okay.
It'll burn your
making
eyes
sure.
for a little bit, but afterwards you should be fine if any more are taken of you.
I think I
Okay.
woke up. Instead of a very dark blot, I see a very bright blot. Oh, good lord.
Yeah.
It'll go away eventually.
What just happened?
Where are
And
we?
then Jinx will
Hello?
walk over to the Zen and she'll drop her gem on her lap. Because I have one of the gems from Zafira. She doesn't need a lot of money back in the stable. And it's it's a sapphire worth 1,000 gold. So, as the wizard, you'll need that.
I worry about you, Jinx, and I don't mean that sarcastically, but I really do hope you find out where and who you're supposed to be, okay?
Alright. I hope you guys do too.
And maybe change your name, because I don't think you're a Jinx at all. I think you're a great friend. Even if things happen outside your control.
I will think about it.
Yeah.
And she'll go over to Zafira and give her a big hug. Thanks for letting me ride on your head all the time.
Give big hugs back. Well, yeah, anytime you want to, if and then
I can talk
just
to you
start
through this,
crying.
right? And she holds up the little horn.
Yeah, it up to, let's see, 10 miles for telepathic message.
Well, when you're within 10 miles of the stable, you just let me know.
Yeah, I'll hit you up.
Yeah, definitely have to come
and I'll let
visit.
you know when I'm nearby.
I'm tearing up a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
If you are ever in the area and you want to visit the park, just drop Jinx's name at the gate and we can get you some complimentary passes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Better.
It's lots of good fun. It's going to be even better than this festival you guys are going to see. Even better. Don't care what you see at the festival, it's better.
All right.
And she'll go over, she'll give Danny a hug too.
She's gonna pick you up in a hug. Probably squeeze a little too tightly. Put you back down, ruffle your head.
I can't breathe, I can't breathe!
Nyeh. And says, "How the hell am I supposed to keep my promise to protect you if you're just gonna go home?"
Well, you can protect the others instead. And maybe just find out who you want to be. Like we talked about yesterday. And I want to meet that Danny.
Deal. And she'll just hold out a fist.
Yep, and she'll give you a little bump with her wing.
Cool.
Jinx, is there someone at Moostable who, like, this might be insulting. Jinx knows how to read, right?
She knows how to read, she just can't write.
Okay, I have in my bag of holding, very Hermione Granger, like, I have a big, like, thing of books that I just like to bring with me. And I'm gonna reach in, and there's a book about sorcery and sorcerers and what they're about. I'm just going to give that to you and be like, when you have a moment, I hope maybe you might be able to find some answers in there.
Oh.
And it's not
Thank
a
you.
sapphire worth 1,000 gold, but it might help you.
Yeah, knowledge is priceless.
Exactly.
At the very least, one of the wizards might be able to interpret this.
Yes. All right.
I think,
We do have a lot of
four.
wizards and artificers, so
There you go.
a lot of artificers. And I'm piling up books on my desk for my child.
I think Vanica will do her fancy little druid cat craft motion as she makes one of those purple and gold flowers. And
This one is not taking your life force, right?
no, not this one. No.
Okay, I don't want one of those ones.
No, well, I mean, No offense, but usually it takes a long time before I usually pass those out. It's why
good.
Chloe has one. But I still want you to have one because it's still a sign of friendship. So
I can't make a
it's
flower.
to remember us by. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. It's a bad time, but it'll last forever or until I die.
Oh, good to know. And that means every time I look at it, I know that you're safe. Ish.
Exactly.
So you die and are brought back, and then it's dead, and then I don't know.
I'll
I
let
mean-
you know. I will go on my own solitary quest to get 10 miles to Mistable to tell you that she's fine.
Sad I'm gonna be leaving you all, but
I forgot to give you a hug. I give you a hug.
big ol' hug.
Yes. Thank you for
Hugs forever.
volunteering to take those hugs for me.
And after a few minutes, she goes and she collects the photograph you guys now have of the group.
Yep. And you see just like this
With all the awkwardness that came with that.
yeah, it's like very awkward poses and very confused looks on everyone's face because they have no idea what's going on.
And also, why
and,
did
like,
you say cheese Danish?
there's a
Yeah.
there's like a little train in the corner and it says, you know, memories from Mustable.
Memories too boostable.
We go on the log ride and we realize that everyone's just blind every time they come off. Why?
Yeah. That's why everyone stumbles.
Is that why it's people say blind as a bat? It's because they take photos and flashbang people.
It is now.
It is now.
Well, I hope whatever is going on with your hometown that everything works out. And remember, everything you do is you don't make messes. It's always been fun around you.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
No, you don't make messes.
things tend to happen.
I
Make
said
things
you don't make
exciting.
messes.
If you're gonna make a mess, make a fun mess.
Okay, I can
Oh,
promise.
there you go.
And you know,
That's a
you
good
always have 5 people on the road out there who are your friends.
Eventually you'll come visit, right? Even if I'm busy, at least gotta see
Absolutely.
Moose Stable.
I think that'd be fun.
So much
We're
fun.
heading east anyway.
True.
And it's not too far from Grandma Sophie. You can always pop in and say hi to her on your way up.
Oh, I have to tell her about the hag.
Oh yeah, you probably want to tell her to stay away from the carnival for a while.
Yeah.
One of her bridge players, don't worry about it.
I have a feeling she already knows.
No.
Poker, sorry,
Yeah.
poker.
What's Madame Zoss's first name?
Madam.
Margaret.
Madam.
I was gonna say, like, is it Dorothy?
Is it Margaret? Oh, that Margaret.
Gladys? Gladys Zoss?
Harriet.
Gladys Zoss.
Harriet.
Harriet.
Ugh.
Jinx, I kind of wish that we had a little bit more time to, prepare for you leaving. I mean, after the things we talked about last night, I'm gonna be sad to see you go.
You always know where to find me.
Yeah, I suppose.
No, it's not as convenient to talk to me that way, but I've also heard that there's some magics out there that I can talk long range.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
find something.
Or we could just write
Or the-
letters. Who has the best penmanship?
Not me.
I've got pretty
I
good
prac-
penmanship. I write a lot of letters.
I mean,
I
I know
practice.
we have these special stones that we use as like walkie-talkie like things around the moose stable. I don't know how far they reach, but maybe when you have moose stable, we can find one.
What's a walkie-talkie?
It's a Rocky Talkie. It's the thing I
Oh.
had with Sigmund.
Oh,
Yeah.
that! Oh, yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
very
they call them
useful.
walkie-talkies.
They do now.
Are there trees where you are?
There's trees outside of where I am. We live in a cave.
Oh,
It's
are they decent sized trees,
Yeah,
like
we're-
big trunks and everything.
Moostable is right by Lonic Wood.
We're in Lonic Wood.
It's actually in the Lonic Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Like,
you
we
keep
could-
going north from Grandma Sophie's, you'll eventually hit Moostable-ish.
Perfect. Well then, eventually, I'll be able to visit you in other means.
Yeah. This won't be... It's not goodbye forever. It's just goodbye right now.
Exactly. We're gonna come check on you.
It's just goodbye right now.
Well, you gave us something to remember you by, so I wish I had time to get something better, but that's all I really have on me. I want you to have this. And she's gonna pull out a little wooden flute. It looks like it was carved by hand many, many years ago. She hands it over to you. This is the only thing that I took with me when I left home, but I want you to have it now because you really made this group feel like home.
She could give you a really big hug. Are you sure?
I'm
That
positive.
sounds like something special.
You're something special.
Oh. Am I a treasure?
Always.
But I will treasure this. Sure, I can get a box to put it in to keep it nice and safe.
Oh, no. I want you to play it. And when we come see you again, I want you to play me a song.
I mean, I can play the pan flute. I wonder how much harder this is.
Well, that's only one flute. The pan flute is like multiple flutes, so it should be no problem.
I'll give it a try.
Jinx,
Yes?
do you like feathers?
Feathers?
Feathers, like from a bird.
Never really thought about it. I didn't have a problem with them.
Did you know steel is heavier than feathers?
Just gonna
Pound of steel.
reach
is
back
like-
and pull out one of the feathers she got from Bram. It's pretty small, so
I thought you said you
should-
reached up and pulled out one of Bram's feathers.
No, like one of the feathers that just gets stuck in her hair every
Yeah.
once in a while. Yeah, just one of those. And just kind of
Just pluck.
no.
You son
Bram's
of a
off somewhere. Bram's off somewhere.
Vanica hears you, son of a bitch!
Just out of nowhere, just fuck.
I'm gonna peck your eyes out!
But no, this is just one of the random like moltings that Danielle has yet to wash out of her hair. There you go.
You mean
Thank you.
prestidigitation out of her hair? One of us
No.
will get the prestidigitation.
No, never. I will always resist that spell.
But I've done it to you before.
I will resist that spell.
I've done it
Doesn't
to you
mean-
before, and I made you
doesn't
look
mean I
very
succeed-
nice and pretty.
Doesn't mean I'll succeed every time.
Thank you. That's so nice of you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I give you my alcohol potion as well.
Oh god.
You can't drink it right now, but here.
Well, maybe by the time I drink this, I'll actually be affected by alcohol again. As I think I have like 4 or 5 more days on that.
Around, yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Good lord.
It's like,
Nathan,
here's something too.
thank you.
Because the horn is more communication of like I will keep in touch, but like here's a potion. Or I suggest you have someone else try it first though.
Well, I've heard if you hold on to alcohol for a long time, it gets better and better. I'll just hold on to it for a while. Did it, what do they call it? Age?
Yeah, but then it may turn into vinegar like the other one I made.
Say it just turns into vinegar.
Yeah. I will check on it every day, make sure it's not vinegar.
Okay.
Sniff test it.
He's pointing at you, like, at Zoro. Pointing at Zoro. He sees you. But,
He loves you.
Hey, Dad.
I'm going to miss you guys, though. It's been so much fun.
It was. It is. And it shall be.
Sorry,
Next time.
sorry, Vanica, for chasing after you as a sheep.
No, that was actually really funny. I was very confused, but looking back on it now, it's actually really funny.
I was very confused, too.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
All right, then.
Still stalling because I don't want her to go.
You guys have fun at the festival, and don't get into too much trouble.
Try not to.
Yeah, no
Don't
problem.
get caught.
That's a challenge. Yeah.
Take care of yourself, Jinx.
I will.
You one more hug.
Get big hugs. One more round of hugs. Jinx likes hugs.
Crying.
Squeeze the tears out.
You guys take care of each other, okay?
Definitely.
Always.
All right. Caldwell, right?
Yep, that's me.
Safe travels.
Always. Haven't crashed this thing yet.
I was gonna say, you're gonna take that back?
Mhm.
This would be very interesting.
It's got to get back somehow.
Maybe he'll blow the
Assume.
whistle for you as we drive away.
And he kind of looks at you like, duh. You don't think I use this whistle anytime I can?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because I would. All the time.
All right.
Wait, can I pull the whistle thingy?
Yeah, I guess. So he
I never get
jumps
to pull the whistle
as
thing.
he jumps into like the little box seat of like the conductor car.
Jinx gonna climb up there with him because that's where the whistle is.
And he kind of is like, well, you gonna do the honors?
Alright, and she's gonna reach up and blow the whistle.
And just a very loud steam whistle echoes throughout the area as the little wheels begin to move slowly, and a little chug starts going along as the train begins to lift up off of the ground.
Whoa.
And it like
Oh, I didn't know it did that.
it like circles around the around the wagon, and like Caldwell gives like everyone like one final goodbye as it starts to fly off towards the Lonic Wood.
This is some Peter Pan bullshit. I love it.
No, this is some end of Greece shit.
I've
It
been
was.
playing with the trains all wrong. They fly?
Looks back at the
What?
cart. One day.
Get this shit enchanted.
This is some
Zafira
Back
has
to
new
the
goals.
Future stuff. Is what it
Right? Yeah. All right.
And as Jinx begins her journey back to Moostable to begin to investigate the appearance of these strange statues, and another day rises for everyone else. Confusion through your minds as to what the hell you're going to do next in regards to this twisted circus, the bandits that seem to be working in tow with them, the cults, and the upcoming festival. This is where we are going to stop for the week.
What?
Hmm.
I'm gonna miss you, hon. You know I love playing
I'm
D&D
going to
with
miss
you.
this too. If I had a choice, I would be here.
I know, hon.
I know I
Mom
technically
life
still
can
have
be
a choice,
difficult.
but
If at any point in time that choice comes back, just let me
I will
know.
let
We'll
you
bring
know.
we'll bring Jinx back in.
alright, sounds like a plan.
I understand.
I
the
hope
mom
one
life,
day it
though.
does. Yeah, the little one's just, as you can hear in the background. I now have two
Yeah.
shelves on my bookshelf that have been cleared of books, so I'm having a bit of anxiety about that.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
and I know how much he's like a mama's boy too. He's just like, mom's not
Yeah.
giving me attention for 5 seconds. Whale.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
But, you know, in time it will
he's
get
at
better.
that age. Yeah, he's just at that age. So once hopefully he's a little bit older, you can do daytime games
Yeah.
again.
Fingers crossed.
But you'll be missed, Ton, for sure.
Because I love everyone here, and I love playing in all these games.
And we love
And as
having
we said
you
many
here.
times, if we could get paid to do this, we would.
Right.
Anyone? No.
Anyone?
crickets?
Yeah,
No,
Anybody
crickets?
want to be our sugar daddy and just pay us to play D&D nonstop?
That'd
Sugar
be
Daddy?
great.
Hit us
Sugar
up.
Daddy? Anyone?
Anyone?
I'll
Crickets.
treat you
20
so right.
24-hour
We'll give
binges.
you all the D&D content.
Trust me.
You could want.
If we were employed to do this, I would run a 24-hour session for Extra Life.
Oh,
Oh
that
my
would be
god,
fun.
I'd be right there.
Yeah, if we could get paid to do that, I'd be there. Someone else can watch the kids. I can pay a babysitter.
But that is going to do it for us today. Here, on the bright side, Gilly will be back tonight for another episode of Vigilant 6, which is our new kids on bikes inspired, altered,
Never stop blowing up.
homebrewed, never stop blowing up game that's been interesting so far, and you guys have sort of met your rivals for the moment. So it's
I
gonna,
love the characters in this. We're very interesting, and we're only on episode 3.
yep,
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting to see how y'all take getting your butts kicked and everything like that tonight. So I expect a ton of drama to be had, and maybe
it's gonna be
maybe a poor little nerd getting his butt kicked.
I'm not gonna lie, there's gonna be a lot of sex.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
you
we
guys
have so
have
much.
to burn off
Yep, our stress points.
Yeah, we have
Stress
stress points.
Orgy.
There's
We're
orgy
gonna get our
happening.
ass kicked tonight, that's for sure.
Time for an
There's
orgy.
an orgy happening.
But for this show, we will be back on the 28th. And then tonight we will be back with Vigilant 6, starting at 8 p.m. Pacific time. But we're gonna head on out. I'm gonna give my voice a rest and all that fun stuff. And we will catch you all later.
Love you,
Rock
Tam.
on.
I'm waving.